the new Modus Super Series champion. Yes!
What a finish!
The silencer, Jeff Smith! And it is that shot wins week 6!
Maximum checkout.
He's done it!
There's going to be double 18,
James
and that is a great pick-off from John.
And the fine with dart number 2, double 18. Well, what a steal that is.
And the third left.
Pater looking at the 150, looking at double 15.
James
Oh,
shot
Kevin
left.
Pater. We've already seen one 150 this evening hit against Connor Henahan by Kevin Pater. Are we going to see something similar again? Yes, we are.
Jamie Owens.
Hendo looking at a medium-sized finish here. Triple 18 leaves the ball. The bullseye got, and that is going to sting Jamie Owens.
Sam is unflappable and is now 3-1 to the good. This makes sense as well. Oh, now wants to finish with a flourish.
Oh, what a dart that is! Because he would have had little to no sight of that bullseye. Yeah, let's get the Friday night darty party started. So wherever you're watching this evening, go and get a cold one. Go and enjoy yourself, because it's going to be a very good night. A very good night to have a night in, that's for sure. Because why wouldn't you want to stay in and enjoy the darts tonight? Because we have got some flamboyant players that are going to bring the party to us, that's for sure. Not quite sure how much of a party animal the asset Paul Nicholson is, but did you get the RSVP?
I think the RSVPs are something that the players want tonight, that's for sure. They want to be rubber stamping their invitation going into Saturday to have a chance of a weekly title, and then the luxury of having a few weeks off before coming back for Champions Week.
Well, Group C got the day's action started this afternoon. Martin Thomas, well, he breezed through to Saturday night's final, but the race for second spot was anything but routine. It went down to a shootout match between Joshua Birksfield and the defending champion, Jess Smith. Birksfield, on debut, took out this ton to go 3-2 up, but Jess Smith showed the qualities of a champion, didn't he, to come back from that deficit to get through.
Most definitely. That 67 checkout in 2 showed class to take it to a last leg decider. And when he had his chance to finish it off, it was his trusty double 18 that really showed up at the right time. Over the last few days, it hasn't been as polished as he would like, but he stuck to his task and he got it done. He'll be very proud of himself, but in his own words, that was brutal fun.
Well, it was brutal fun for everybody involved. Maybe not the players on that day, and particularly not for Joshua Birksfield, but he could be very proud of the campaign that he had. Joe Crawford's the first player to book his place through. That was on Wednesday afternoon in Group A. And tonight, Group B comes to a close. And at the halfway point, it's John Henderson and Jamie Owens who are top of the table. Both amassing 6 points, both with 3 wins out of 4 on the opening night's worth of play. John Henderson was the favourite before dart was thrown yesterday. Took him a little while to get going, but it felt like as the night went on, he was hitting his stride a little bit more. Yeah,
about 2 or 3 legs into his first game, he was starting to find the kind of things that you would expect from someone with his CV and his experience. The way he was able to bounce back from defeat really impressed me. So when he came to the halfway point of Thursday night, he had points in the bag, and then he would not suffer defeat after that. I like the engine from John as well. Predominantly when he's come here, he's played the full week. I think playing Thursday, Friday suits him, because at the end of last night, he looked like he could go again. So encouraging signs for the person who leads the table.
In terms of the betting, we can have a look at that now. No surprise that Hendo's at the top of that, but who else should we look out for on that list?
Henahan for me. I think that's quite long for him, considering what he's done here and quite recently, albeit in pairs. But with 4 points overnight, he will have been disappointed. He could have easily walked away with a minimum of 6. So with only 2 points between 4th position and top, I can see somebody making a move mistakes are going to be compounded tonight. If you let something get the better of you, then you could find yourself going from, say, first at one point to fourth. This is going to be a dogfight.
And it is 18 plus, and it is gambleaware.org if you're going to have a flutter on the Super Series tonight. Right, let's get into the action then, shall we? We kick off with a meeting between Conor Henahan and John Henderson, and I caught up with a Highlander before Dartmouth throw. John, 6 points from your first 9. It felt like a real battling performance from yourself yesterday.
It was. I wasn't sure what to expect yesterday. I've having a bit of time off for the darts, so it was good to get back on that stage. And I felt as though I played okay in spells, and okay, it was kind of a lot of improvement. But I would have taken 6 points at the start of the night, so hopefully I can just build on that tonight.
Did it feel like as the night went on, you were kind of building ahead of stride a little bit, though?
Aye, it is. I think as the week goes on, I will get stronger, hopefully, and I'll just getting adjusted. I feel as though my throws maybe I'll tweak it a wee bit. But no, I felt comfortable on that stage, and it's getting better, so hopefully I can build on it tonight.
You talk about the competitive practice element that the Super Series provides. When you look at that group and how tight it is, you certainly can get both of them this evening.
It is. You look at the calibre of players in that room, it is high. That's what Modus gives you. It gives you that good competitive practice, and the standard is getting higher and higher. Obviously, what you're seeing on the Pro Tours, you're seeing it on the Modus Super Series as well now. So you know you've got to be at your A game. So I'm looking forward to it tonight. I need to play well to qualify for tomorrow nights, but that's the plan, and hopefully it all goes well. In
terms of getting through to tomorrow, I imagine similar results pattern, maybe a little bit of a sharpening up in some areas. Would that be fair?
Aye, definitely. Aye. The scorings, I felt as though it can be up a bit, because that's normally my strong point. I struggle with doubles, but I normally give myself plenty of time. So I need to get the scoring. I need to get the average up a bit. So hopefully I'll get that done today and get the job done.
Well, I wish you all the very best. Hendo, good luck.
Cheers, everybody. Thanks.
And his campaign gets underway with a meeting with Conor Henahan. It was the final match of last night's session. Hendo will go on to beat Heno by 4 legs to 2, average of 85.7, 40% in terms of his doubling. Henahan with a 108 checkout en route to defeating that one. And these two meet at the beginning of the evening session. Hendo going off, as you saw there, the 5-6 favourite with the bookies. Heno 17-2, the 27-year-old now from round 14, the Republic of Ireland, a weekly winner all the way back in Series 7, picked up the international pairs title alongside John O'Shea early on this year. As for John Henderson, well, he averages a weekly title a year. He won one in 2023, won one in 2024. If he's going to keep that pattern going in 2025, well, this is going to be his last opportunity to do exactly that. Top of the table after last night's play. It wasn't the Highlander at his sparkling best, but it was good enough. George Baker is the referee in charge of the action on this Friday night. He's actually going to be presiding over tomorrow afternoon's Tour Championship finals, which for him is a bit of a full circle moment because he officiated every single event on the floor in that tournament in 2025. So we'll be seeing him in action tomorrow. But are we going to see these two in action tomorrow? That's the big question 31. I'm going to ask the asset Paul Nicholson, who sat alongside me this evening.
If they both make it, it means that one of Spivey
60
and Owens don't. And that is taking out of consideration the possibility of Kevin Painter having a worldy night and causing a bit of an upset. So I do believe this will be a bit of a dogfight tonight. And I think John categorised his evening perfectly because
45.
His doubling was very good, over 40%. And I know you've got a different stat about that in a second compared to Jamie Owens.
100.
But considering where the scoring was, he's right. It's probably another 5 to 10% to find in the first 9.
Well, you look at John Henderson and Jamie Owens' doubling stats for Thursday night. They are bang on the same. Both 14 out of 33 in terms of their double hitting last night. Both doubling at 42%. 60. In that particular graphic, you could not separate them. And it's only a few legs on legs difference, which is the only differentiating factor between the pair. Hendo obviously having the advantage there. And that was mainly because of the fact that his defeat to Sam Spivey was slim 4-2. And the wins that he got last night, he got a 4-0 win over Kevin Painter. That was one of only 2 4-0 wins. The other one being Conor Henahan's 4-0 success against Sam Spivey at the beginning of the night session. And it certainly was a case yesterday for Heno that he started the show well and drifted towards the end. But if he's going to get tonight off to a perfect start, he needs to find a 1-2-6. He's unable to find treble 19 of either dart 1 or dart 2. So Hendo back for double 12 for the break.
24. Game shot in the
That
first
will
leg,
do very
John
nicely.
Henderson.
Second dart at double 12 was a little bit shy. But it didn't put him
Second
off
leg is
getting an
John to
immediate
31st.
break
Game on.
against the Irishman. 83.9 his average last night. But there was a
40.
dart in the middle of his campaign, a shot at double 2 that hit the segment but fell out. At the end of that game, he looked angry. And
140.
it stopped him from being the player that he is for the rest of the night. He can't dwell on little things like that for the rest of tonight, otherwise he might miss out. This is a mental battle tonight for Conor.
60.
You actually break the numbers down for last night, and you got to say, when you consider the caliber of some of the players in this group, it was pretty below par.
81.
I don't think you're being harsh, actually. Overall average for the group, 83.5. And considering the pedigree, that's a surprise.
30.
And it's not an 83 average with somebody dragging it down. Between the top average and the bottom average last night, there was little over 4.5 points.
Yeah, that's not much.
125.
But considering the experience we've got in this group, especially here, surely that average for the group is going to go up tonight, even with the pressure of qualification on the line.
Conor, you require 155.
Well, Henahan, 6 darts on 155 to break back and to level this game up at 1 apiece.
57.
And it's kind of following the same pattern of yesterday evening, isn't it, so far this game, where both players are just unable to unlock something at this present moment in time. But this may well be the unlocking for something for John Henderson. That 140 leaving himself on 110. Tapping Conor Henahan on the shoulder. Triple 18. Unable to get. And so this is for a 2-0 lead for the
58.
Highlander.
John, you require 110.
If he's going to get there, it's going to be textbook. A 60, a 10, and a tops.
Game shot in the second
Somebody
leg,
get the
John
textbook
Henderson.
out. That's classy from Hendo.
Third leg is Conor to
And whenever it's a
31st.
Scotsman against an Irishman, I don't know why, but I'm reminded of the movie Braveheart. And right
80.
now, John is saying, this is my island.
$134. $55.
8 points after 5 games. If Hendo can convert this lead,
57.
he can meander through the rest of the night and think, I'm under very little pressure compared to the other people. Now, last night he
97.
started in game 3. Tonight he will finish in game 8. He can set the total. He could even win the group before anybody else
59.
is assured of qualifying.
Well, put it this way. If it goes down to the final game between Conor Henahan and Sam Spivey for a qualification spot, he'll be tucked up in bed by the time they play the most important game of their
99.
evening.
There's going to be more pressure on Heno right now. Look at this. He's doing it again. But this time he clicks the max.
180. Conor, you got 170.
This is a prime example of a player going through the gears. And Heno unable to find the second treble on the big fish. Yesterday
71.
evening, Conor
John
Henahan opened
requires
up with a 4-0
71.
win. If Hendo takes out this 71, he could be on a severe threat of opening up tonight with a 4-0 defeat. Double
Game
16
shot
is
on the
found. It's a
leg,
14
John
darter. That
Henderson.
is as clean as a whistle.
How many darts for 3 legs?
It's John to
A
go
nice
first.
tidy 50. Now, Connor's got no reason to whinge at this because he hasn't even had a dart at a double. And this is what he was doing to Sam Spivey at the same time last night. When you play enough Modus Super Series, and we're talking about hundreds upon hundreds of matches,
180.
you'll do plenty of that. Of that, there's no doubt, if you've got quality. But every now and again, people are going to do to you what you've done to others.
137.
Conor Henahan is in big trouble.
92.
He may have bailed himself out with that last dart there, but Hendo looks as if he's beginning just to twig
96.
something here, isn't he?
He looks just a smidgen sharper at the start of play. Now, what is Connor frustrated about there?
$59.
That dart did wobble and it did flop down a little bit. Now is not the time to get into the mechanics of that. But when he plays again
55.
against Jamie
Connor,
Owens,
you require 170.
let's talk about that.
Another. Well, second time in as many legs. There's an attempt to the 170, and for the
100.
second time he's found
John,
the
you
first
require
jump, but not the second.
132.
But this would be some way to get the Knights' action up and running, and it would mean that John Henderson would effectively be to within a win of qualification.
88.
He's in
Connor, you
position,
require 70.
but he has to hope that Henahan doesn't take out this 70. It's only going to be one dart at the bull. And
28.
that is the first opportunity he's had
John,
to win a
you
leg in
require
this match, and it may
44.
well be the only one he gets.
Tops. Maturity there, holding back because he wasn't
24.
comfortable and it didn't
Connor, you
miss by
require
much.
42.
So Henahan is let off the hook.
2 double 16. 2 8s. Doesn't go, and
34.
so Henderson
John, you
to finish
require
this off once and
20.
for all, and with 3 in hand, you don't expect him to bodge this chance. 1 left, has to move across. Can he just clip it off that barrel?
No
That was what he was trying to
score.
do, but to no effect.
Connor,
You won't see 3
require
darts
8.
closer to double 10 on the outside wire than that today. That's a bad dart.
4.
And he can't get his own back on double 2.
John, you require
So Hendo
20.
has another chance to win by 4 legs to 0, to inch closer to qualification.
Double 5. Well, for the
Game
most
shot,
part, it
and
was
the
a
match,
very
John
effective performance
Henderson.
of John Henderson. A few missed darts to win the game, but he has done so emphatically. A 4-0 win over Conor Henahan, and that could be a real damaging defeat for Heno. That's the tale of the tape. In fact, it's that damaging that he's gone from 3rd to 4th. Sam Spivey's been jumped up a spot before even throwing a dart against Jamie Owens next.
He will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart for the match.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit!
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And the Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Gablas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away
Jeff requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. He's Usher losing his cool a little bit here.
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Vansky's halfway to victory.
He only needs 1 more. Jimmy Vansky is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Vansky do the same? Just needs the 1 treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He kind of split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.
Game. Shot. And the Modus Super Series 11 champion, Jeff Smith.
Well, we're here at the Live Lounge on this Friday night. The weather conditions here in Portsmouth, well, it's rather chilly. Very, very chilly. Definitely big coat weather. But it was the Highlander, John Henderson, who, well, turned on the heat, didn't he? A sizzling performance, a 4-0 win over Conor Henahan. Sam Spivey, well, he's gone from coast to coast, from Scarborough to Portsmouth. The 29-year-old runner-up in Series 10. Well, he's got work to do if he's going to qualify through to Saturday, up against Jamie Owens, who amassed 6 points from yesterday's player, former weekly semi-finalist from Stockton-on-Tees. And I can imagine that there's probably a little bit of banter in the practice room between him and Kevin Painter, because Jamie a big Middlesbrough fan and Kev Painter a huge supporter of Ipswich Town. Now, I've been told that between the pair on that practice throw, Sam Spivey hit a 180, Jamie Owens hit a 180, or the other way around, shall I say. Jamie Owens hit 180, Sam Spivey hit 180, and then Jamie Owens is unable to finish off the 141.
140.
Yeah, but 9s don't count on the stage unless it's game on. Sorry, John Worsley.
Well, it's definitely not on the stat sheet. But in terms of the stat sheet for last night, Jamie Owens was statistically the best player. He had the best numbers in terms of running average of any player last night.
58.
85.91. And him and John Henderson were both an equilibrium, as he mentioned in the first game, in terms of the doubling statistics. 14 hits from 33%, 42% that was. For Sam Spivey, well, the doubling let him down. Overall average of the night of 81.67, but just 11 hits from 46 attempts when it came to his doubling. 23% all told for Scarborough's number 2.
100.
Have they got the rankings in Scarborough?
Well, if you ask Graham Usher, he's the number 1.
Well, if you ask Tommy Lishman, he's the number 1 ginger in Yorkshire, ahead of Tom Sykes.
140.
So they're making up their own rankings now, are they?
Apparently, he's about to start a video game. Red Head Redemption.
140. Sam, you require 80.
Spivey looking at 80 for the opening leg. Well, he's got a drawbridge in the way of that tops.
40.
And to be honest, to get it as close as he did to there was a decent dart.
Jamie, you require 90.
I thought you were going to go full Frau Farbissner there and say lower the drawbridge.
60.
Oh, he doesn't get the double 15,
Sam, you
so
require
Spivey hasn't got a
40.
drawbridge in front of tops this time. It's an open road to tops.
Double 10.
Game
Gives
shot in the
Spivey an
first
open
leg.
road to a
Sam
1-0 lead. You
Spivey.
get the sense that Seaside needs to get off to a quick start tonight. Plays
Second
Jamie
leg
in this
is
first
Jamie
one,
to
wins
throw
it
first.
because of the
Game
defeat
on.
that Conor Henahan got in his first game. It puts him in a very good position. Wins this one, he's on 6 points. Level with Jamie, couple behind Hendo, a couple in front of
125.
Conor Henahan. He then plays Kevin Painter, who is still yet to pick up a point in this group in his second match. If he can win both of them,
100.
the match against John Henderson could potentially be a free hit, because if he loses that, then the match between him and Conor Henahan would probably then be, to all intents and purposes, a straight shootout to see who goes through.
125.
But there's a lot of plots to be pathed before then.
Jamie's had a couple of darts now that have gone low left. He's just gone back to the table as well to try and
137.
use some sort of grip aid? Or was he just rubbing his hands on the table or something like Richie Burnett? Oh, it worked pretty well, didn't it?
180.
Now there is a little bit of wax on the top of Jamie Owens' dart case.
74.
One.
Jamie, you require 71.
Hopefully there's not many more on the floor. Double 10 for Owens.
Well, Sam
Game
Spivey may have
shot
had a
second
dart on
leg,
the floor,
Jamie
but it's
Owens.
J-Lo who picks the leg up with a 12-darter, 1-1.
Third leg, it's Sam to throw first. Game on.
Very famous sporting name, Owens, isn't it?
100.
Like Jesse. It's
91.
an interesting part of the world. Oh, there you go. There's a bit of wax. Something that players have used over the years for a grip aid.
131.
Perfectly legal within the sport. Readily available from all good dart shops. But for me, Teesside is a very interesting part of the world.
128.
You live in certain parts of the UK, and it's been the case for well over a century. If you live in a certain location, they're noted for something.
41.
Northeast of England, certain parts, it's shipbuilding. That's pretty much gone now. Teesside, steelworks.
98.
Sheffield, steel. Wales, coal mining, this kind of stuff. But a lot of that stuff's gone. So if you live in the Middlesbrough area,
139.
what's the predominant trade there now? And I've been asking a few people that I know from that area, and a lot of people are self-employed doing their own things. I think that's very clever. Because if you're in the vicinity of
136.
London or somewhere like that, you can
Sam,
get
you
into
require
finance
90.
and all of the stuff that's happening with the capital, but it's a lot more difficult up north.
Well, Spivey's heading down south to double
Game
15.
shot
That
in the
was
third
such
leg,
a
Sam Spivey.
clean, crisp finish. 14 darter. No messing about. Spivey 2-1 up.
Fourth leg, it's
Well,
Jamie to throw first.
Jamie Owens is grinning like
Game
a
on.
Cheshire cat, and Sam Spivey does not want to engage.
Maybe he doesn't like cats.
Well, you know he likes dogs. Showing by the
60.
shirt that he has on. Either that or it's just a decorative design. Some contests so
66.
far.
Yeah, it's really good quality, this. And already tonight, the overall quality is better than Thursday, which is very encouraging.
80.
Oh, it's 1-1. One off the post for Jamie.
Which is quite ironic, considering his previous trade.
42.
I was having a little chat with Jamie about an hour ago, and I didn't know that he has his own dart shop.
100.
Seems to be quite a popular vocation these days.
Very popular sport these days. 2-3 years ago, it would be an unthinkable scenario. You might have one in every town, and that would be about it. And even then, it probably wasn't doing a roaring trade. But you look at sales, and I know manufacturers have kind of posted and boasted figures as to the sales that they've had over the last 18 months or so, courtesy of the
55.
Luke effect. And I include Mr. Humphries as well as Mr. Littler in that mix, because I think the work that he's done goes under the radar a bit. And it does seemingly become something
60.
now, these dart shops that have just popped up left, right and centre. And it's so good to see.
In the last year or two, I've actually seen a dart shop on the road.
60.
A fabulous idea to take a dart shop to places where they don't have one within about 50 miles.
I tell you, the other thing that's become popular now is
100.
seeing dart shirts
Jamie,
casually
you
worn
require
out and about.
146.
I saw a bloke on the high street about 3 weeks ago wearing a Nathan Aspinall shirt going shopping. Never in the day
98.
would you see
Sam,
somebody
you require
walking around the street
140.
with a Phil the Power Taylor shirt. And they may have with a Paul the Asset Nicholson shirt, but that was because they were going between business meetings. Anyway, Sam Spivey looking to get down to business with the 140.
100.
This very good contest
Jamie, you require 48.
could well be locked at 2-2. It depends on what Owens does right here.
$16.
That is a huge
Sam, you
invitation for
require
Spivey,
40.
who is 2 points behind Owens in the table. Double five.
35.
Nobody likes a triple split.
Jamie, you require 32.
And I think he knows in the back of his mind he has missed a trick. Double eight. He was so reliable on his doubles last night, Jamie Owens.
16.
But he is passing opportunities
Sam, you
by.
require 5.
10 to the dozen. 8 missed darts that are double in this game. And Spivey probably didn't expect this chance, but it's a chance that if he takes, puts him 2 clear and with the darts to win the match in the next. Double 2.
Game,
Oh,
shot
did he
full
squeeze
third.
that in
Sam
with a flick
Spivey.
off the flight? Over the top and 2 clear. Spivey 3-1.
You heard that little noise before it hit.
Fifth egg, it's Sam to throw
That
first.
third dart said, get out of the
Game on.
way. Now Owens might be in a little bit of a pickle.
140.
And I mean, in this game, in the table, even if he loses, he's still in a promotional position, as in promoted to Saturday night.
85.
But very much like Middlesbrough in the Championship the last couple of years, he can't afford to feel comfortable. He's looking over his shoulder a little bit.
43.
Yeah, I'm going to avoid Kev tonight. Not mainly because Ipswich have lost to Middlesbrough, but mainly because I said it before the game.
100.
I don't think you've got much to worry about because they lost to Portsmouth last time out.
If you think Kevin Painter is the worst to react to an Ipswich defeat, think again. He's
58.
nowhere near as bad as Ryan Meikle.
I think the person in darts that takes their team's defeat the worst ain't even a competition, is it?
58.
Is whenever Colchester United lose, which tends to happen a lot, Mr. Binks will get on his soapbox 10 to the dozen.
I'll take that and I'll raise you. Philip Brzezinski, the PDC Europe MC,
140.
when his New York Jets lose or if his Bayer Leverkusen lose, or if his Leeds United lose, he's an absolute nightmare.
3 teams who this season have been doing a lot of losing.
39. Sam, you require 120.
So this for the match. He's got a perfect guide here. Unable to utilise it. Now he's got to be careful not to catch.
100.
Well, considering that the averages are the same, give or take a few
44.
micro points here, this has
Sam,
gone
you
rather
require
well for
20.
Spivey.
This is the perfect start. He's seen one of his closest rivals lose 4-0, which promoted him into a spot before he even threw a dart. And he's now a double 10 away for
Game
winning
shot and the
4-1.
match, Sam Spivey.
Well, things are coming up rosy for Seaside. Sam Spivey gets his night off to a 4-1 winning start against Jamie Owens. It was a game which saw Sam Spivey pick up on the chances missed by Jamie Owens. As you can see, 8 missed at a double for J-Lo. Next up, we're going to see Hendo take on the artist. So here we go then. Game number 3 of the night is a meeting between John Henderson and Kevin Painter. So far this evening, we've seen Hendo get a 4-0 win over Connor Henahan. And before the break, Sam Spivey got his night underway with a 4-1 win over Jamie Owens. for Hendo. If he wins this game, then it's pretty much job done for him in terms of qualification. 10 won't mathematically secure him now, but he'd be as good as through. The 52-year-old from Huntly in Scotland, a twice weekly winner here in the past. As for Kevin Painter, well, last night didn't quite go to plan in terms of a points return and a points total, but actually, when you bring the numbers down, he wasn't too far off. When you compare his numbers to some of the others in the group, it was very relative. It was just kind of moments missed at key points. That was the kind of undoing for Kev, wasn't it, in the end yesterday?
Yeah, very much so. Because if you compare his numbers to Sam Spivey, who finished the night on 4 points, Kevin's numbers weren't that different.
John to throw first.
And his doubling percentage was more than 10% better than that of Sam. What Kevin sometimes lacks in results at this stage of his career, he definitely makes up in tailoring and his choice of shoes. Rather fetching pair of shoes he's got on this evening, but when have you ever seen Kevin Painter look dishevelled? The answer is
60.
never.
Always keeps himself absolutely pristine.
He's like a Ming vase.
81.
Unspoiled and always shiny. Look at those. I am a big fan of them. And after last night's Bobby Dazzlers, I joked with Kevin saying,
55.
"You still got the shiny shoes in darts, haven't you? Kurt Parry's trying to take your title." Kevin's reply was, "He can try." Well, Kurt Parry will try tomorrow because he's playing
46.
in the ADC Winmore Championship Tour Grand Final tomorrow afternoon from 12:30 on Pluto TV.
Yeah, one of
36.
two sessions that we're going to enjoy from the live lounge in Portsmouth tomorrow. If you want to know the run through of the order of play for that, well, we can do exactly that for you now. Every game's going to be played over a format of best of 9 legs,
95.
so first to 5. Quarterfinals, Jack Tweddle up against Jamie Hughes, Chaz Barstow up against Kurt Parry, Robbie Martin takes on Graham Hall, Carl Wilson, Sean Fox. It's going to be played in draw order, so Tweddle or Hughes will play Barstow or Parry in the
84.
semis. Martin or Hall will take on Wilson or Fox in the semis, and of course the winner of those will make it through to the final. The champion, if not already qualified, will qualify for the ADC Global Championship.
140.
And tickets, I have been told, are sold out for tomorrow. And I've also caught wind this evening that there's going to be a lot of people that support
96.
Robbie Martin that will also be in the
John,
camp
you
of Joe
require
Croft tomorrow night.
77.
Interesting. Oh, no, John.
37.
He was looking for a John Part
Kevin,
finish
you require
there
170.
on 77. Couldn't get it. Kevin did get a big out last night, 150. He's not going to go to infinity and beyond with a 170.
50. John, you require 40.
Tops of Hendo.
Game shot in the first leg.
Smack
John
bang
Henderson.
in the middle of the bed. 1-0.
Second leg, it's
He's getting a bit of a
Kevin to
move
go
on tonight,
first.
isn't he, John?
140.
He's never been noted as the quickest player. Maybe he feels the need for speed to get out of here and get qualified.
84.
He's going to be the first to finish tonight. And the way he's going, he's going to set a clubhouse lead and be getting maximum rest ahead of another Saturday night.
76.
Just looking at the legs difference in terms of this group, I think if Hendo wins this game, this is probably him through without the real confirmation, particularly if he can win it by a big margin. He's played 5 legs so far this evening.
85.
Hasn't dropped one. Beat Conor Henahan 4-0, 1-0 up in this one. And it was only really at the tail end of the game. It was only in the last leg
55.
that Conor Henahan got opportunities because Henderson was just a little bit hesitant towards hitting the winning double. Hino did have 6 to save it in that last leg, but eventually
140.
got over the line. And just as things were getting a little bit scrappy in this leg, finds a 2-double turn just to put the impetus back onto Kev on throw.
85.
That visit was looking good until dart 3. He's thinking, I'm going to leave 130, maybe something a little bit better. Now he's lumbered on 145.
$136. Kevin, you require 145.
So 145 for Kev. Can't be done now. And so Henderson back
73.
for 56.
John, you
To
require
break the
56.
throw and open up a 2-0 lead. And to make it 6 on the spin.
Game shot in the second leg.
14
John
data.
Henderson.
He is beginning to go through the gears. And I think we were wondering, I know the
Third
bookies
leg
put
is
him as
John
favourite,
to
but
throw
me and you were
first.
both
Game on.
talking last night. What kind of John Henderson were we going to see this week? Well, it's not the full finished article, but it's something that's not too far
125.
off so far.
I'm still trying to find the right words to describe how John is playing the last couple of days. He looks relaxed.
30.
That's nice to see. Maybe he's been in so many pressure situations over the last 5-6 years
180.
that he's made peace with pressure. That it is now something he's okay with. It's not a stressful thing to have anymore.
42.
I've heard this from some players when they reach the age of 50. Something changes. And all of a sudden, they start enjoying the game again because the pressure-filled, anxiety-ridden stuff is over.
And when you think about what he's achieved since coming off the tour, he's won a few of these titles.
50.
He's won a World Seniors Championship. He's
John, you require
picked up a lot of titles, had a
138.
lot of success. Okay, he's had his hard taste, particularly that year where he narrowly missed out on a tour card to Owen Bates. But since coming back down to this level 2.5 years ago, he's had the type of levels of
82.
success that maybe he didn't quite have so much on the pro circuit. So that winning feeling being a more permanent thing, and that does well, actually. You'll know that as a player.
77. John, you require 56.
The way he's doubling tonight, you expect him to take this out with no stress.
36.
He's got a massive lead here. Sometimes a player like John, who is very rhythmic, he's more likely to take that out if Kevin's on, let's say, 122.
56.
Maybe 82, when
John, you require
he
20.
thinks, if I don't hit this, I'm running the risk. Just that little bit of urgency.
Game shot in the third leg. John
Didn't need it. It is
Henderson.
3-0. Henderson is not messing around tonight.
Could be 8 legs
Fourth
out
leg
of
is
8
Kevin
if he
to
wins
throw
this
first.
one.
Game on.
And as I say, mathematically, it won't be enough to take him through. But if he wins this, he'll be on 10 points plus 14. You can look ahead to a big Hendo
30.
weekendo, I think.
Just a smidge. Having said that, Jason Heaver this afternoon, he won 8 legs in a row. He ended up finishing 4th in Group C.
119.
However, this is a very different situation.
Yeah, now he lost out. Jeff Smith won that deciding game against Joshua Birksfield.
95.
Who was being cheered on this afternoon by former series runner-up Cam Crabtree.
$135.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Cam from Surrey? Did he play for Middlesex?
Yes, yes, he does.
I love a good county darts discussion. People playing across county lines. I was having a chat with Birksfield this
44.
week about an old pal of mine called Sean Walsh. Played for Middlesex. actually ended up playing a bit of county darts in Wales and is now currently playing for Cheshire. So some people do go to different counties around the
100.
country. Kevin, however, when he was a county player and playing for England at the same time, oh, he was Essex through and through. And if you look at that Essex team, my word,
140.
you're talking
John, you
about
require 147.
one of the best county teams you've ever seen.
Well, Keegan Brown from the Isle of Wight.
100.
And plays his county darts for Essex.
It looks like Hendo's had enough of this game. We haven't got time to talk about Kevin's legendary Essex County team.
140.
Because Hendo is looking
John, you require 47.
to win 4-0 again.
It's double top. And
Deja
that should
and the
pretty
match,
much
John
do the job for
Henderson.
John Henderson. 10 points plus 14 legs difference. He's played 2, won 2 without dropping a leg. And this is the John Henderson we've seen win World Seniors titles. This is the John Henderson we've seen become a prolific winner here. Average of 95.5, 4 from 6 on his doubles. He's set the stall out for the night. Owens and Henahan. This feels huge. And we're going to watch it on the other side of some commercial messages from your commercial providers.
Charlie Maguire, 164. 44. 32. Charlie require 120.
Well, 120. He's got a fair, at least 2 handfuls at this. Just needs to stay
60.
there. That's a good shot. Halves his score. Leaves himself on a 2-darter.
$26. Charlie
Time on his
require
side
60.
to become back-to-back singles champion.
$40.
Definitely a couple of nerves in those last 2 darts. But he'll be coming back.
It's a moment he's been in before this situation. Standing at the back of the
81.
stage,
Charlie
approaching the
requires
Oki with a
20.
chance to win the title.
He did this to win the first title, if you remember.
11.
I think he's gone.
Georgia
I think
require
he's gone to
118.
bust it, maybe. The first title he wanted 20. He went 6-7-7 to win it. He had a chance to replicate it again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was for a bust, and
39.
on that
Charlie
situation there, George
require
Gay wasn't even
9.
able to take it out going to the 18s on that switch.
Yeah, I think he just panicked a bit, but he's done well to get that big one.
Sometimes
1.
can be the hardest part.
Georgia requires
This is it.
79.
It's got to be 19s. It's got to be 19s for this shot. Big 20 and a double. He's got the first one. He's going to get a match dart here.
$59. Charlie
Threw the entire
require
body into that
8.
one. Just didn't want to let go of the dart.
No score.
He's given George a chance.
Georgia require 20.
I think George has been quite good on double 10 today.
So many opportunities for Charlie Murphy.
Go
Couldn't get the job
it.
done.
Got in the match! And the Red Dragon
George
Modus
Skate.
Super Series Influencers Champion, George Skate!
We have got darts all night here on Pluto TV and the Modus Super Series Darts channel. And before the break, we saw John Henderson get the better of Kevin Painter by 4-0. Game 4, a meeting between Conor Henahan and Jamie Owens. Conor this evening, well, his night got off to a disaster. In fact, both players, between the pair of them, picked up a leg in their opening matches. Heno going down to John Henderson 4-0 and Jamie Owens being sent to the skip by Sam Spivey by 4-1. And before the break,
First
John
leg
Henderson
is
beat Kevin
Jamie
Painter
to throw
by
first.
4-0, which means that
Game on.
Hendo only needs one leg in his next game if he's to make it through to Saturday night's final.
Being sent to the skip, is that a Portsmouth saying? I've never heard that one before. I kind of like it.
57.
I'll be honest, I kind of made it up on the spot.
I'm digging it. I'm going to allow it.
Oh, I'm glad that you've allowed
55.
it.
Should we get into this debate about Heno's darts then?
Yes, because yesterday you were wondering, because he's used these darts pretty much since day dot we've seen him here. And because of that, it's going to have some
140.
wear and tear to it. And you kind of have some thoughts on this particular thing, don't you?
I certainly do. Now, these darts, I believe, are Gary Anderson darts that haven't been made for a while.
180.
They work pretty well there, so we timed that camera shot to perfection. But over the course of time, they will bash into each other. They will chip away ever so
56.
slightly. They are made of tungsten. But they will lose their weight over time. As you can see, every now and again, Conor gets a dart that wobbles in the board.
134.
He'll use new shafts, which are long. New flights that are big. He's got long points as well. He has been displeased with the way that some of his darts have been behaving. But as those
100.
darts
Conor, you
start
require
losing a bit of
132.
weight, they will behave differently. He's got to take this on board. There will be a critical point
48.
that if he wants to be able to play
Jamie
the way he
Owens,
has been the last
48.
few years, he's going to have to change that set.
Well, Jamie Owens unable to take out the 148. Henahan looking at the 84 to
58. Conor, you require
1-0
84.
to the good in this contest. 14 for the bull. He's chased the treble there to leave double 11.
44.
And unfortunately for him, he's
requiring
paid the price
90.
for it. Doesn't get a dart at the bull. He gives Owens a chance at the 90. And Julie
Game shot in the
obliges.
first leg. Jamie Owens.
Fair play to Owens. He had that shot in his previous match and he wasn't able to hit double 15 with 2 efforts.
Second
This
leg
time he
is
gets it
Conor
right.
to throw first.
There's another thing about the Henahan situation now. He's obviously a fantastic
80.
player because he's represented his country in multiple ways. He's a great individual player as well because of what he's done here. With 9 darters, great averages, and a weekly victory.
34.
But he does have an action that puts him under a great deal of strain.
95.
His action might not stand the test of time the same way that, say, a Steve Beaton or a Raymond van Barneveld would, because it's very little effort for those two world champions.
60.
The strain that Conor puts his throw under with this thrust of the dart and the right shoulder jumping, it might be something that has to evolve over time for him to
90.
have a long, long career.
Just because your throw isn't the most conventional doesn't mean your career doesn't lead to longevity. Look at Richie Burdett as a prime example.
You make a really good point, and I'm trying to somewhat subtly give Heno a bit of advice here, but if anything, the best players ever have got unconventional actions.
140.
Luke Littler's not exactly conventional, and Phil Taylor was nowhere near conventional.
There's a very good piece on YouTube that Chris Mason did on the throw of Phil Taylor, and if you get 5 minutes, I'd really give it a
93.
watch.
Conor, you
Probably one of the
require
best
96.
analytical pieces I think a pundit in this sport has ever done, analysing a throw. Double 18 for Henahan.
Game shot in the second leg.
For a level
Conor
game, one apiece,
Henahan.
15 darter.
Third leg is Jamie to throw first. Game on.
This game is rather promising, isn't it? And considering how important it is, I'm not really surprised, because these two like to go for it. Not exactly shy in coming forward.
It's a type of game where the pair can have a little bit of gusto and they can kind of have a go at one another. In a good-natured way, obviously, but they can express themselves knowing that the other player is going to do exactly the same. And I think when you've got two players, they have to play at that kind of tempo. They relish a battle against somebody who does exactly the same. Two dartists flexing their muscles.
57.
Speaking of muscle, I think we've got some muscle coming in next week.
What, Matthew Edgar?
60.
Don't argue with someone who's wrestled with CM Punk. Genuinely, he has.
And he's certainly doing the weights in the gym.
100.
I'm assuming you're on about Tom Sykes.
No.
Scott Baker.
59.
I think I might be referring to our friend Boris.
Ah, yes, Boris. Yeah, I wouldn't want to arm wrestle him.
He's a puppy. He's a great guy.
He really is absolutely good as gold. It was an
42.
absolute pleasure the last time he was here. And
142.
you get the sense he's somebody that is going to win a week here at some point. Just the question will be when. Well, another one of them would have left double top.
74 left. Yeah.
I always like to see a
82.
player being very nice to the referee. Always be nice to the person who's in charge on the stage. And they'll be nice back to you.
98. Jamie, you require 60.
Well, things are going nicely so far. In a position to go two at our peer, Jamie Owens. Double top to do exactly that. Can he just nudge run through the middle?
40.
Well, that's what he tried to do and just drops
Connor, you
low.
require 160.
Great second dart.
100.
He's given that 160 a little bit of a scare. Owens can afford to be aggressive on this double 10 because the way his dart hit the board, he actually doesn't want the marker on the outside. If he gets the marker, he has to bend it from the left-hand side of the hockey. Can't say I've seen Connor in this shade of a polo shirt before. It's rather fetching, isn't it? Kind of reminds me of the Yellow Brick Road. Well, Toto, we're not in Kansas anymore. We're in Portsmouth.
65.
When you said Toto, I thought you were going to make a reference to the song Africa.
84.
I think we'll have to save that for the ADC Global.
Well, Devon Peterson was certainly thinking it's going to take a lot to take me away from you, that particular trophy.
85.
I think considering how big and strong Devon Peterson is, I think he showed how difficult it is to lift that thing.
It's heavy. It is very heavy.
100.
And a very, very shiny trophy. I was instructed beforehand that I wasn't allowed to do the trophy tap thing.
Well, you know what they say about the Lombardi Trophy in the NFL, don't you? When you get the Lombardi at the end of the Super Bowl, the teams historically don't clean the trophy because the fingerprints from all of the players, 96. That's part of the memory.
I can guarantee that that trophy has been polished to the core.
96. Connor, you require 161.
Anyway, Henahan looking at 161 and 6 darts from here to level this contest up at 2 apiece. And he's going to need the full
83.
quota of 6 darts to do exactly that and to level this game up. Will return for 78. Should get a dart at least at tops when he comes back.
I don't think 78's an easy checkout for Connor unless he gets the 54.
Connor, you require 78.
Because of this blocker element of 20 and tops. That is a
Game shot on the
really
fourth
good
leg,
single
Conor
and a
Henahan.
brilliant double. The higher that single is, the easier it is for him to hit tops. If that was about a
Fifth leg, it's
centimetre
Jamie
lower,
to throw first.
that tops was a lot harder.
Game on.
A Conor Henahan win would be incredible news for Sam Spivey, because you'd have 3 players on 6 points. Sam still with a game in hand to play, and that game in hand is against
42.
Kev, who is still searching for that first win of the group. And in terms of the fixtures for the
50.
remainder of the evening for the pair, Conor Henahan has matches against Kevin Painter and Sam Spivey, whilst Jamie Owens has to take on
59.
John Henderson and Kevin Painter. So both players will take on Painter at the end of the night and will take on one of Spivey or Henderson towards the end of the night.
58.
The fact that this is already the closest game of the evening tells you something about the first 3 games.
81.
Also, we've got 3 people into Saturday night already, and only one of them has won a weekly title before. It just so happens that is the defending series champion.
57.
If Henderson makes it, I'd like to say when, but he still needs another leg. He's won a couple, so make that 2 weekly winners.
99.
If Hino makes it, there's another. If Spivey makes it, there's another. The cream is rising to the top in Group B.
108.
Is Hino beginning to make a bit of a surge here? Because there was a period a couple of legs ago where perhaps the alarm bells were beginning to ring from the outside looking in. But all of a sudden, it's Jamie Owens, the player that you're looking at and possibly asking the question marks against. Because from a very
45.
promising position,
Conor 156.
Conor Henahan here has got 6 on 156 to take a 3-2 lead. And importantly as well, if he's to do that, would have the darts in the next leg to get the
90.
game won.
Oh, that is a horrible deflection.
65.
He was forced to
Conor, you
move.
require 66.
Well, well, well. First start wasn't brilliant. It's missed, but then he decides to go to the left and has dragged it way too far left.
Well, it's the Tour
50.
Championship final tomorrow, and you may remember how
Jamie,
a
you
double
require
11,
110.
or a miss on a double 11, inadvertently cost Bradley Brooks in a game against Charlie Martins. An accidental hit of that target could it be the undoing of Conor Henahan in this game, but luckily for him, Jamie Owens saw his
44.
effort of the 110
Conor, you
off
require
following the first
16.
dart. So free in hand, a double 8 for 3-2.
Game shot in the 5th leg. Conor Henahan.
Even Henahan is not smiling, even though he's hit the front once
6th
again.
leg, it's Conor to throw first.
The only
Game
smiles I've seen in this game have come from Owens in an ironic sense, because everything is difficult right now. I mean, you know what they say, it's
58.
not easy having a good time. Even smiling for Jamie Owens is making his face ache.
54. $57.
But just imagine how he would feel if he can get out of this, because we are at crunch time in Group B.
54.
There's 2 points between them right now. If Owens can recover and win, he makes that 4. But then Hino jumps into the ring on 6 points if he can get that vital extra leg here. And he's going for the jugular.
140.
Well, this is where his experience here may well come to the fore. He's gone 3-2 up. He's seen his opponent having a bit of a struggle here, and you can tell when things aren't quite right for
45.
Jamie Owens because darts drop low. Cannot afford any of them because of the way his darts stand up to attention.
Have you noticed as well how many times he's looking at the scoreboard?
46.
Both before a throw and after. I don't think he's in his focused bubble right now.
Looks like he's searching.
60.
And the harder he's searching, the tougher it's getting for him. And for Conor Henahan, he's now 6 darts away from 200 to wrap this game up. And for Jamie Owens to remember, started the night,
28.
second in the table, joint top with John Henderson on 6 points, would stay on that figure if he was to lose this halfway through his night. However, 140 here, all of a sudden, Owens is first to a finish.
81.
Well, unfortunately, I hate to be the bearer of bad news here. He was on the walk on that third dart, and that's why it hit the single one.
And now it's Henahan's turn to stray wide.
46.
Well, this is edgy with a capital E.
Needs a treble.
95. Connor, you require 126.
Time will tell if that's good enough. So he does get a shot.
86.
Hasn't got a ton plus checkout in this game. Didn't get one in his first game. This is the ideal point to get one. Boy, does he need this. That is sensational.
Jamie Owens.
Talk about digging deep. He was digging so deep there, he was in another country.
7th and final leg, it's Jamie to throw first.
Well, you can see how that has sacked Conor Henahan in the background, who, remember last night, was hit by 2 150 checkouts by 2 separate players. Jamie Owens being one of them.
82.
And it was that particular finish in this meeting yesterday that swung the game in his favour. And that was
100.
bang after. You may remember that double 2 that spat in and spat out the board again. And ever since that
95.
point, things have gone awry for the Irishman. The last time
There was a point last night, Henry, where you said
41.
to me, I think it may have been off air. It was as if Conor Henahan's going to qualify. He's just in the mood.
96.
After his first couple of games, he looked impenetrable. But at the minute, he's in no man's land a little bit.
60.
It feels like he needs a little bit of help. But this is not the kind of discipline where you get any help. This is a lonely sport.
80.
I would say, is there a little bit of a flatness about, because we know that he is somebody that's got to get up and at him to perform at his best. And
140.
it's just felt a little bit
Jamie
patchy
require
at times from him, if we're
148.
going to be brutally honest about his campaign. Owens 148, he'll feel like he's got 6 in here, but this would also be so typical of Hino. If he was able to
39.
find a 160
Connor, you
here,
require
when he's been
160.
searching for so much for so long. But he's not going to find. Owens is going to come back for the 109. Henahan's job is to leave it as handy as possible and to force
140.
his opponent to hit.
Jamie
And that's
require
exactly what he's done.
109.
If Jamie hits this, it will be positively acidic. He's not going to find it this time, so Hino gets his chance to equalise the points
20.
position of Spivey and Owens, with Spivey having a game in hand.
And a bounce out there on the treble 19 for Jamie
you
Owens,
require
which would have left
20.
him on a double. And it would have piled the pressure on Henahan even more. But this double 10 for the
shot on the
match, of
match,
which
Conor
Conor Henahan only needs the 1 dart to get the better of Jamie Owens by 4 legs to 3. Well, it was a little bit patchy, that game, but Conor Henahan will be more than happy with the 2 points that he's picked up. You can see in the look on his face, the puffed out cheeks of a relieved look as he walks back down the tunnel and back down to stage left. Kevin Painter and Sam Spivey's next. Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius?
Yes.
Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Labanowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy time. So receive the trophy. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And one more time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor?
One more time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series champion, retaining his title, the Nuke, Luke Lidlow! ADC Darts comes to the Super Series and to Pluto TV. Tomorrow it's the men's finals, which saw Andy Bolton win last year. Kick off at 12:30 for us here for our coverage. Then on the 22nd of November, Gemma Hayter looking to defend her crown in the WADC finals. And then it comes to a crescendo with the second edition of the ADC Global Championship. £60,000 going to the winner, £150,000 overall prize pot, 56 players looking to do what Devon Peterson did last year, and that is to climb to Darts' Global Summit. The action gets underway on the 1st of December. Every single dart live and free on Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never. Well, from the ADC to the Modus Super Series and to Game 5, which is a meeting between Kevin Painter and Sam Spivey. If Painter loses this game, then he will be eliminated from the race. If Kevin were to go on and win this game, it would send John Henderson through, and it would then give us a myriad of uncertainty in terms of the rest of the group. Now, Sam Spivey can put himself in a position here in the next couple of games where he can wrap things up rather comprehensively. He's in charge of his own destiny. He takes on Kevin Painter here, wins it, he's on 8 points. And then he's got a crack at either of Jamie Owens or Conor Henahan. He'll get 2 bites of the cherry to progress through to Saturday again.
70.
It's one of those situations, Henry, where Spivey would have your arm off for the same result as the game he had against Painter yesterday.
26.
But darts is not that simple. Replication is what this sport is all about.
45.
But it's just not that easy.
He would have looked at every single result tonight and he would have said, yes, yes, yes,
60.
yes. If he says any more yes, then he might be like Graham Usher. But
59.
the gambler's not going to be at Champions Week this time around.
No, not this time. Wilkie was the first person into Champions Week. He's from Yorkshire.
120.
Oh, no. Is that the first one of the night?
Number 2, but the first one, admittedly, that was a dart on dart out. We can give him that.
He really does take things on the chin very well, doesn't he, Spivey?
60.
I think I figured out what this dart shirt reminds me of. A place in the sun.
57.
Kevin knows a thing or two about that. He spends more time in Tenerife than anywhere else. And why not? He deserves it after the career he's
97.
A place in the sun. You watch way too much daytime TV.
I just know of it. I don't watch it.
Says anybody who watches a daytime TV program.
134. Kevin,
How would I be able to do that? I'm always here.
Yeah, we finish at 2:30. It starts at 3.
You knew that. I did not.
More of a tipping point kind of man. Tipping point in the chase with Miss Supper.
60. Sam, you require 104.
More on Henry's personal life after this short break. 4/16s for tops. Not what Spivey gets. And he gives us a full Yorkshire gurn.
Well, just goes through the rigmarole as to what's left for the referee, George Baker. 81 remaining. Trevor 19 will give him a look at double 12 upon his return. But
110.
Painter here looking at 110 to draw first blood in this contest.
Yes, 91 now.
There's no way that Kevin goes this route about 15 years ago. I'll give him his props. He really
40.
does pay attention
Sam, you
to
require
what people are
62.
doing right now. And he's not shy in giving things a try.
Well, you just gave a sound and a yelp of yuck.
Genuinely, that's it. The sound that the dart players think of when they do something like that is
26.
something along the lines
Kevin, you
of, you know,
require
offering
70.
broccoli to a dog.
We should do some more onomatopoeic commentary. Well, it's double 16 for Kev.
38.
He's had a dart to win this
Sam,
leg.
you require
Spivey's going to get
36.
free at double 18. And having taken full control of this opening leg, has to be said that he's made a bit of a mess of the back end of it.
Game shot on the first
But
leg. Sam
digs
Spivey.
himself out with a double 9. May not be a place in the sun, Portsmouth, but it's
Second
a place
leg,
where you
it's
can have a
Sam to
lot
throw
of darting
first.
fun.
Game on.
And he's 3 legs away from putting himself bang in position to stay for a Saturday.
Speaking of having fun, have Banksy and Kevin Painter ever been seen
100.
in the same town at the right time? Maybe Kevin Painter as Banksy? Wouldn't that be a turn up for the books? Having said
60.
that, the rumours state that Banksy's from Bristol, not from Billericay.
So it could be Mark Dubridge.
It's definitely not.
57.
Mark Dudbridge, the record holder in this place for most 180s in a match by a player at 7. People have tried and failed to break his record.
180.
Oh, say it enough and it shall appear.
$140.
Well, that followed up by 140 here for Sam Spivey. You've got to give credit and props here to Kev because it hasn't been plain sailing for him. But if there's one thing we know, and we said it yesterday, his greatest trait and his greatest quality that he has is his ability to stick in and just grind away with any task that he has in this sport. No matter how big, how small, how easy, how tough.
100. Kevin, you require 121.
There's a lot that I could tell you about Kevin that would impress you.
81.
I'm impressed with that approach.
Sam,
And
you require
Spivey,
104.
though, who has another crack at a 104. He's going for the same route, and he gets the treble this time. End product.
Game
You
shot,
bet.
Second leg, Sam Spivey.
That's ultra impressive because Kevin Pater was sat on top to square this game up at one apiece, and Spivey has
Third
just
leg,
shut
it's
the
Kevin
door.
to throw first. Game on.
I think dart players come in for a bit of stick these days, you know. You think about the generation that Kevin's from. Players coming from the club and the pub.
95.
Going through the traditional blueprint of local league, super league, county, country, international tournament, domestic tournament, playing at a lakeside,
43.
then transitioning to the PDC. He's part of that blueprint. If you think about some of the players from his generation up to the present day, there are
65.
genuinely players not getting the best out of themselves. I can say, hand on heart, and I don't think Kev would mind me saying this, he has squeezed everything from his career
140.
through avid practice, physical activity, use of medical professionals. Literally anything you can think of, he's tried it to make sure he gets everything out of his career. For that, he should have everybody's respect.
Somebody still very immensely popular as well on the exhibition circuit. I know he's dabbled his hand into a little bit of commentary as
96.
well.
I'm not joking. I've done exhibitions with Kevin. I did a couple with him in Exeter once. I could barely throw. I was laughing too much.
He's just, if you get to catch him in a really good mood, Kev is just the
60.
most impeccable company you can ever keep.
I did one with him in Chorley once, which was not far from where I was living at the time in Bamberbridge in Lancashire. And
180.
people wanted to book him for the following night. He was that popular. And I can say it, honestly, we had a head-to-head at the end of the night. He absolutely creamed me at the end of the night. It's as if it was
100.
personal.
Kevin, you require 65.
Okay, bullseye that he didn't want. How about double four?
Game
Oh, that's
shot in the third
wonderful.
leg, Kevin Painter.
He gave it a nice little side eye after that 65 out. Probably because it's his first leg of the
Fourth leg is
night.
Sam to throw first. Game on.
That is just his character.
He's got personality in abundance, this guy.
100.
You know, we're both big Gavin and Stacey fans, Kevin and I. And we drew each other at the World Championship, which he did beat me 4-0. He played really well. But speaking to his partner at the time,
97.
we threatened to do the Gavin and Smithy dance together as we went on the stage, and all we heard was, "Don't you dare." So we didn't do it.
41.
As we all know, he's a big Ipswich Town fan. And about a year and a half ago, they played Southampton at St Mary's in a week where
100.
Kevin was playing. Now, we managed to ascertain a number of VIP tickets for that night off of a good friend of ours here at the Live Lounge. And
100.
Kev said, no, I'm not going there. I'm going in the away end. So Matthew Redger, Owen Binks and Paul Hinks, they were sat up in the director's box enjoying the prawn sandwiches. I was sat in a freezing cold away end with Kev. However,
100.
he was quite happy, was Mr. Painter, because sat 2 rows in front of him, I kid you not, Terry Butcher, who is unrecognisable without the bandage on the top of his head.
Oh, he's a man of the people, obviously, like you, Henry.
100.
Rather be in the terraces than part of the prawn sandwich brigade.
Trust me, it's not as fun as you think.
Oh,
Well, not for you, because you're a Portsmouth fan.
134. Sam, you require
However, I will say their
160.
press box do a delicious cheesecake. Anyway, 160 for Spivey. Now, this feels like a game-changing moment. It's double top for another ton topper. That's
Game
twice
time
now
before
that Sam Spivey, with Kevin Painter hot on his heels, has taken out a big finish. How is your luck, Kev? How is that
Feels
luck?
like it's Kevin to throw first.
Look at Spivey. It's as if he's just taking a walk up the stairs.
Game on.
The guy's got only one emotion. Vanilla. He's like ice, this guy. And Kevin is still stirring from the fact he's just been hit with that 160 out.
I have seen cucumbers sweatier than Sam Spivey under pressure.
92.
He strikes me as the kind of person you want in your team. He's going to go out there and get you a point. He's like Ian Poulter.
140.
I can say from experience, if you hit a shot like that against Kevin, you know about it. He will say something. Or he might murmur something.
100.
And in fairness to Kevin Painter, he's played incredibly well in this game. It's his best performance of the week. But Sam Spivey here,
40.
yes, there's another bounce out. But I tell you what, for somebody who, remember, when it comes to this kind of environment, is relatively inexperienced, my goodness, has he got guts.
So Paul Hinks was right then.
Well, Paul Hinks' opinion on darts should
47.
be well respected.
Oh yes, we've got another talent coming through from Yorkshire. What a shock. It's a conveyor belt of about 50 to 75 years.
140.
Well, Spivey now very much has Kev where he wants him.
I don't think we should underestimate, Henry, the fact that Kevin Painter is still a scalp. You mentioned that Spivey is
57.
inexperienced. He comes in here and he sees that Painter's in his group, Hendo's in his group. Secretly, he's probably licking his chops thinking, oh, okay, what an opportunity this is to get a win against these guys. He's 124 away from doing the double
44.
over a players champion
Sam, you require 124.
and a former Premier League player.
Triple 18 for the ball. This is for third Tub Plus checkout. The bullseye would have been for a hat-trick of
99.
Tub Plus finishes in this game.
Kevin, you require 134.
Has he changed his mind about the first target?
I'll tell you what, though, if this does go, which is not going to, Kev would have given it some back. But this for the match and to put Sam Spivey in a perfect spot.
58. Sam, you require 25.
To be in charge of second spot in the table. He
Gator
really
and
hasn't
match,
put a
Sam
foot wrong
Spivey.
there. I think Kev will understand that he has been hit so hard by some simply sublime finishing from Seaside Sam right there. That 160 was unbelievable. And the timing of it, you can't fault it. A 4-1 victory for Spivey, and he is now firmly in second position at the halfway point of night 2.
40.
You will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart for the match.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit.
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart tops for the match to win 4-1. And the Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for the tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Kaplas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away
Jeff requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Van Skeet's halfway to victory.
He only needs 1 more. Jimmy Van Ski is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Van Ski do the same? Just needs the 1 treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He kind of split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.
Game. And the Modus Super Series 11 champion, Jeff Smith.
This is what we've seen so far this evening at the Live Lounge. Before the break, Sam Spivey got the better of Kevin Painter by 4 legs to 1. That put him on to 8 points in the group. And for John Henderson even, I'll get my words right eventually, he's on 2 for 2 and he hasn't dropped a leg yet. And when he plays Jamie Owens in a couple of moments' time, he'll need just the 1 leg to see himself through. Let's have a look at the table to confirm what I've just said. Because John Henderson on 10, Sam Spivey on 8. And have a look at that as well. Importantly, legs difference, +5 in comparison to the -1 and -2 of Conor Henahan. And what that means, we can get rid of the table now, but we can carry on the conversation. Because if you have a look at the legs difference of Spivey and Owens, if Jamie Owens loses this game 4-0 to John Henderson, in terms of the legs difference, it's going to be very awkward for Jamie Owens to get himself back into it, because he'd be forced to win by a scoreline potentially in his final game to overtake Sam Spivey, who plays Conor Henahan right at the end of the session.
I think the biggest thing at the minute, Henry, is that Owens hasn't won a game tonight yet. His remaining fixtures are Hendo right now and Painter in game 9. I think no matter what happens in this game, he's going to have to beat Painter as well. We are into the last 25% of Group B, and this is
First
where
leg is John
all the
to go
magic
first.
happens. John needs one leg to qualify for Saturday. And he is not in a charitable mood tonight.
95.
He's not giving anything away.
As for Jamie Owens, lost out to Conor Henahan in his previous match after
48.
a heavy defeat to Sam Spivey at the beginning of the evening. You felt like he really had to attack the first portion of the night, and if he did, he'd pretty much be as good as through, but it's been anything but routine so far. As John Henderson, he's finding gears. 82 average in his first game, but that's mitigated by a lot of missed doubles at the end. But the last game was solid. 95.43 average, 4 from 6 on the doubles.
75.
He didn't even give Kevin Painter a look in at a double in that particular contest.
Has anybody ever gone through a Group B evening not losing a
95.
leg?
No. The least legs dropped in a day is 2 by Darryl Pilgrim. That came in a Group A campaign back in Series 9. And incidentally, the players he had to get
John
through to only drop those 2 legs
131.
is a who's who of players that done great things here.
Not exactly a bad group, this one. I wouldn't be surprised if
91.
John right there was going for 2 singles, because Owens is way back. There was no real need to go for tops there. Oh, not a
80.
hat stand.
John, you require
That is not what you
40.
need. And look what he's left.
Well, he's left to 2 on the board.
20.
So Hunter cannot strike the first mark in this game just yet, but he's got plenty of time on his side.
Why is it that happens all the time? When someone's on a bogey number like 163, they get 2 big trebles to start.
123. John, you require 20.
It's Murphy's Law, isn't it?
And Murphy's Law tends to prevail here at the Live Lounge.
It's
Game
Hendo's Law at
on
the
this
minute
first
because he's
leg,
going through
John
to
Henderson.
Saturday.
Well, that is the dart. That is the double.
Second leg
That
is
means
Jamie
we
to go
have a
first.
big Hendo
Game on.
weekendo here in Portsmouth. And who don't love a big Hendo weekendo?
I'm quite partial to one, actually.
121.
It's all his fault for my last hangover when he got married. Actually, it wasn't John's fault. I blame Brendan Dolan.
100.
That was some occasion.
What was it? A couple of shandies?
It was
60.
there's a place where John had the wedding, the ballroom in Aberdeen. You go outside, you can see the coast. It's a magical place. Actually done dart
58.
exhibition with John and a few other Scottish talents like Gary Anderson. Since then, it's just the most amazing place. But that occasion, it will. Anybody who was there, it'll live with them forever. It was magic. And seeing Hendo in his full Scottish regalia, honestly, it felt like you were at a royal wedding.
Well, he's certainly darting
83.
royalty, is John Henderson. And even now, he's just so loved by the darting public. He's somebody that still transcends the imagination. And somebody that still pulls tickets, very popular still on the exhibition circuit. You'll see him on a
134.
number of the big Modus sports exhibitions between now and the end of 2025. Will play in front of thousands in
100.
arenas across
Jamie, you
Scotland
require
towards the latter end of the
52.
year, as he usually does. But Owens here in this arena, looking to level up at 1 apiece. He's going to get 2 at top to do exactly that. Decent guide, but unable to
32.
use it.
John, you require 160.
Here we go on 160 again. Spivey got it in the last match. We're not going to see Hendo doubling down. We did get a 170
100.
in Group C earlier on,
Jamie, you require
courtesy
20.
of Mr. Smith. I feel this has got to go.
Game shot in the
Very
second
well
leg,
done.
Jamie
He's
Owens.
clinging on by his fingernails at the minute. He took out that 112 against Henahan, and at that point,
Third leg is
when he wins
John
leg
to throw
6, you think
first.
he's going to win the
Henahan.
game. He didn't.
$125.
Two very different auras I'm getting from this match. It feels like Jamie's under the cosh, and Henderson is cruising.
180.
But we do know that Jamie Owens will plug away at a task. And we have seen in the past him find his back
58.
against the wall and do extraordinary things. Who could forget the 170 hit against Victor Tingstrom when his campaign looked all but over?
He was dreaming of something else right there.
81.
As soon as you get your 4th perfect dart, you think, hang on a minute, something might be happening here. Is Jamie left-footed as well as left-handed?
58.
I haven't quite got that far as of yet.
He strikes me as one of those people that if he was on a football pitch, he'd be quite an aggressive left-footer.
Well, he was a maraudering central midfield. Let me have a look and see if he's
100.
on my football stats database.
$60. Jamie, you require 140.
To take the lead over Hendo. And John has not been behind all night.
120.
He isn't just yet.
$140.
That's one of the best
Jamie, you
140s
require
we've seen all week.
20.
That was imposing.
Game
But
shot in the
Henderson
third
is
leg,
behind
Jamie
for the
Owens.
first time. And that is nearly 2 hours after we started.
Fourth leg, it's Jamie to throw first. Game on.
That illustrates just how dominant Henderson has been in his fixtures here this evening. But Owens is still in with a shout.
91.
Well, just having a look through some stats databases that I use for football, and
97.
there's absolutely no knowledge whatsoever.
So we're going to have to be old school here. We'll have to ask him.
Yes. Underneath
45.
Jamie Owens footballer is 2 Wikipedia pages for 2 players who played for Manchester United, both of which have probably got different levels of popularity. Owen Hargreaves and Michael
100.
Owen.
Less said about the second, the better. We'll have to go proper old school. You know how it used to be? You wanted to find out something, you go to the library.
100.
You want to find out something about a person, you go up and ask them. These days you don't send a friend request. You just go up to someone and ask them politely, oh, by the way, Jamie, were you left-footed as well? End of story. Hendo played a bit of football when he was younger. It was all part of that really heartfelt video when he played at
60.
Aberdeen.
John, you require
Had us all choked up, I'm not
164.
joking.
Conor Henahan as well, a talented footballer. Sam Spivey, a decent cricketer as a younger man.
100.
Colin Osborne could do everything. Because he's like that.
Well, he's called the Wizard. Could turn his hand to anything.
Yo-yo, ping-pong, golf.
51.
The lot.
John, you require 64.
Should be treble 8. Could be tops.
44. Jamie, you require 154.
Well, there goes the 3.
84.
He's turned
John, you
a
require
bad
20.
visit into a decent one. But it might not make any difference.
2 10s for 2-2. 1 remaining.
10.
Well, it's nudged off of dart
Jamie
2, but
requires
it's
70.
just clipped wide of the mark. And so Owens here for 3-1. And this, has to be said, would be a little bit of a turn-up when you consider the form guard of these two tonight.
That's only just found the mark. That really shot out of his hand. Look how close it was to hitting the 5.
50.
He's not able to take advantage
John,
of
you
it.
require 10.
And it does give us an intriguing scenario if Owens was to win this match. But first things first, let's see what Hendo can do with this double 5.
Game
Pin
shot
it
on the
first
fourth
dart.
leg,
That's
John
exactly what he could
Henderson.
do. Now, Jamie Owens wins this game. He'd be on 8 points alongside Samuel Spivey,
Fifth leg, it's John
which
to
means
throw
that they're
first.
meeting.
Game on.
Which means the next round of matches and the meetings that the pair have will have significant weight of fruit to it because they'll both be on 8. They win their next
47.
matches, they're through. Henahan would be gone. He'd be in the skip.
You're really owning that saying now, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
85.
Everybody's got to have a catchphrase.
You ever seen the movie Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds?
121.
There's a character in that movie whose catchphrase is actually saying the word catchphrase.
What was his name? Mr. Chips.
Ryan's character was called Blue Shirt Guy.
134.
And my memory doesn't remember the somewhat AI-created character that said catchphrase. I'll get back to you on that one.
Sounds like a riveting film to watch.
140.
It's so good that even Matthew Edgar's seen it. And he doesn't watch movies.
Wow. No wonder he was allowed to buy Wrexham.
49.
Just for a second, I was starting to think that John was tiring. But looking at his average of 88 prior to this visit,
127.
I'm not sure he is tiring. I think he's just having a tiny little lull here that he might be about to break free from.
And here's somebody that's mentioned about playing lots of games in a short space of time. And sometimes he's said that sometimes to keep that going consistently over the course of a day can be a little bit difficult. And maybe he's just had his
49.
little blip
John,
and
you
now he's
require
just come out the other
66.
end. And realistically, no damage was really done. Particularly if he could win this leg and go 3-2 up. Double top.
Game shot. on
Well,
the fifth
that
leg,
is the
John
ruthlessly
Henderson.
efficient John Henderson re-entering the room.
For about 5
Sixth leg,
minutes,
it's Jamie to throw first. Game
Conor
on.
Henahan is sweating profusely, but now he's feeling a bit more comfortable with the possibility that Hendo is going to do him a favour.
128. $78.
Shaping up to be quite the night on Saturday night, isn't it? And it's almost Saturday already. The best day of the week.
23.
Jeff Smith, John Henderson. Joe Croft now knows most of the people that are trying to take him out. And Group A winners have not had a
61.
great deal of joy in this series.
All I'm going to say is in the 24-hour period that situates Saturday the 18th of October, we're going to be commentating on 20 matches.
100.
By the way, I haven't forgotten about Martin Thomas. How could you possibly? It's like a battle of the good guys tomorrow night.
As Paul Hinks would say when he MCs, unfortunately, we can only have one winner. Coming up next, from Ireland. Winning for Team Ireland, Conor Henahan
85.
up against Kevin Painter.
45.
This is one of those legs where maybe John's just got to submit. You would fancy that Owens is going to take out 165 in 6, but if he doesn't, he might just give Henderson a chance to snap this one in 6 legs.
39.
And that is not the kind of thing he wanted to do. Henderson can crack off a 140 here and a 117 check out in his sleep.
Well, he's been given a reprieve there.
Jamie,
Henderson
you
comes up
require
dry, and so Owens has
126.
got 6 on this 126 to take this game all the way to a last leg decide. Now, that's set perfectly for another. Gets it. Double 6. He's left this a lot this week. He
Jamie
gets
shot
it
us
there.
a leg.
He finds a
Jamie
big
Owens.
finish to take us the distance. A game which has had its peaks and troughs, its highs, its lows.
7th and final leg is John.
Jamie Owens missed darts to go 3-1 up. Henderson went 3-2 up. And now Jamie Owens takes us all the way.
For the second consecutive game that he's played, Owens has found
140.
a ton plus check out in leg 6. The 112 against Henahan took him to leg 7. He wasn't able to play well enough in leg 7 that
92.
time. He was broken in the last leg 2 games ago. Here, he has to break to get the 2 points. Otherwise, his Saturday night participation
42.
is questionable at best.
$140.
Well, Jamie Owens is just beginning to put his foot on the pedal again. Just when Hendo may well be having one of his lulls again, the extremities of
58.
this game are being magnified and heightened, and this is great news for Owens, who's overturned the throw here.
Has to move downstairs. Now back upstairs.
59.
Tactically perfect. Execution just the tiniest bit off.
$57.
Owens is getting away with this. He has to recognise that this is a chance he cannot falter with.
60.
Trebleless is not what he wanted. But if he can finish with another ton plus check out, all is well.
Well, this is a huge dart because it will tell you how extreme under pressure this 150 of Jamie Owens is going to be under.
93.
Finds a triple last dart.
Jamie, you
And
require
now this really does
150.
feel like must go.
Well, Henderson thought that out so well, didn't he? He went for the open bed. And now he's sitting on
58.
the kind of checkout that he
John, you
gobbles up
require
a lot when he's on
111.
form. One big treble, looking to leave tops.
It's going to have to be with dart 2. Finds the treble 17. It's double top for 111 to win it.
John Henderson.
Well, John Henderson showed all of his class and all of his quality. He needed just one leg to qualify through. He got all 4. And with it, he has put a severe dent in the hopes of Jamie Owens making it through. He had 6 points after night 1. He's still on 6 points now. That's how the game went statistically. Hendo with a 111 in a last leg decider. Coming up after the break, Kevin Painter takes on Conor Henahan. So this is what we'll be watching next week at the Lively Lounge in Portsmouth. I don't even know what that was. Group A. It's been a long few days. Tom Sykes, Boris Kirchmar and Daniel Larson are the key names involved. Group B, Fallon Sherp, Paul Hogan, Matthew Redker. Group C, Scott Baker, Richard Rowland and Aaron Gill. The action gets underway Monday from 9:30. Before the break, John Henderson got the better of Jamie Owens by a 4-3 scoreline. Game 7 sees Kevin Painter and Conor Henahan go toe. So now, before we get this game underway, we've got some news from the friends that we have over in Wales, where the Welsh qualifier for the ADC Global Championship took place. And we must send our congratulations to David Davis, who has qualified for the Global Championship come December.
Yeah, great news for Di. And, yeah. What more can you say? What a year he's having.
135.
Champion of Champions. He had a really good start of the year here. And it could be one heck of an ending.
Had his success on the Challenge Tour course earlier this year. He's playing on the Pro Tour. Somebody always knocks on the door and has got close to winning a Champions League, let alone playing in one. And he's the type of player, when you look at how brutal that format's going to be in terms of the amount of games you play, it's going to be something that's going to probably come down to somebody who harbours consistency. And he's the type of player that may not go off with the bookies as one of the big favourites, but he's somebody to maybe just keep an eye on because he could go under the radar a bit.
123.
Well, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to let it. I think he's firmly on the radar. Sorry, David.
$58.
This is such a monumental game for Conor Henahan. His win against Jamie Owens was very impressive. It wasn't a vintage performance, but 4 out of 5 on the doubles. That was much needed.
65.
Oh, no. I want to see this reaction.
It was quite interesting just looking at his facial as he was walking onto the stage. Sometimes Conor can be somebody that likes to engage with the opponent, have a little bit of banter beforehand. But the eyes were locked. Absolutely locked in before this one got underway. He knows that his week is dependent on this game most probably.
He didn't come all the way over to Portsmouth for a good time.
44.
Every time he comes over the Irish Sea to the south coast, it's business. He's had near miss after near miss, and then he finally figured out how to win on a Saturday night, and now he's done it twice with 2 different types of victory.
57.
There are loads of people like Henahan who know that something's missing, and it's a name on the Super Series trophy. They all want it,
37.
but the journey to get it is long and arduous.
And what Conor Henahan also knows is the way the fixtures pan out. He plays Kerfear, Spivey takes on Henderson, Jamie Owens' last game is against Painter.
97.
So there's a possibility that he may need to win this one and hope for a favour in the next. He would take on Sam Spivey, of course, in the last. He wins his last 2. He's guaranteed a place.
57. Kevin, you require 122.
Painter's been hit with some ton plus checkouts. Can he head back with one? No, not with a 1.
38. Conor, you require 40.
And 10 points will be enough to send a player through. Just gone through the maths on that.
Game shot the first leg.
The maths on that was spot on for Conor Henahan. Tops found, break a throw, 1-0.
Second leg, it's Conor to throw first.
The more you look at it, the more you think that Owens might have left himself with just a little bit too much to do. That is very dependent on what Henahan does in this game, though. But surely it's the pride of Painter that has to kick in. He hasn't won a game in this group yet.
45.
He will not want to leave this group with a 0 next to his name. And I'll tell you why. It's not just because of pride. Because I went to a launch
58.
for a darts company with Kevin I think it was in 2013. And there was a PowerPoint presentation
57.
made around about this time by the sales director of said company. And they actually made a bit of a joke about Kevin because
96.
he was actually a pointless answer on pointless. Because the question was, name a dart player that's played in Premier League darts, and Kevin was pointless. And the person in question had the audacity
45.
to say, there's the proof that Kevin Painter is pointless. And everybody in that audience who knew Kevin closely just went, that's a bit close to the bone.
60.
I'm not sure he found it funny.
$87. Connor, you require 147.
Nothing else that needs to be said.
$87.
You know what happens when someone says that about Kevin? Remember his speech when he won the Players in Doncaster? Oi, Pikey, have a bit of that, son.
44.
Brilliant comeback.
Connor, you
Fantastic.
require 60.
And it was all in jest as well. And that's just his character.
Even Pikey saw the funny side of that.
Game shot in the second leg. Connor
2-0 Henahan. This is a professional job so far.
I also like the fact
Kevin to throw
that when he had a
first.
dart on the
Game
floor,
on.
he didn't dwell on it.
$27.
At some points in your career, you're going to come up against someone who you know is struggling in the game right now.
96.
It's a challenge of your own focus to not get drawn into a scrap. You've just come back from Gibraltar, haven't you, Henry?
180.
I've got a pal over there. Anthony Lopez. Lovely guy. Good dart player as well. I drew him at the Gibraltar Darts Trophy once. And I thought, there's no way he's beating me today.
55.
He struggled in the first half of the match, and I thought, I'm putting you down here. But I had to play myself, not him. When someone's struggling, that's got to be your attitude. You've got to hammer them into the ground.
60.
I was over there this week. I was in the company of Gibraltar's #1, Craig Galliano, for a few hours. And you know the venue which used to
83.
host the Gibraltar Darts Trophy, the Terence C. Hall?
The Victoria Stadium.
Yep. Knocked down. Or getting knocked down. It's been demolished and turned into a new
54.
super arena which is going to host concerts.
I'm on board with that.
And they built
Maybe they'll actually take darts back there.
I tell you what, it's they showed me the plans. Oh, it's Henahan Pars in a max. Showed me the plans. It looks superb. And let's be honest, right? No one's going to moan about going to Gibraltar in October. It's a gig I'll happily take.
75.
That was a 180 that Henahan would happily receive.
87.
He is not leaving Painter alone here. And he has the bull for a 3-0 lead.
62. Kevin, you require 105.
Well, there was something funny about the this. Oh, well, there's the fly again. There's the fly again.
The audacious nature of that fly. How dare thee?
I don't think the fly knows who he's messing with.
89 left. Can't recover. So Henahan does have another chance for 3-0.
53. Connor, you require 25.
This is seriously bad news for Jamie Owens.
Because not just is Conor Henahan winning this game, he's winning it heavily. And before dart was thrown, these two are level on legs
9.
difference.
Kevin, you require 52.
Oh, the accidental double-double.
Game shot in the third leg.
It's as
Kevin
easy as
Painter.
ADD. Accidental double-double. There you go.
There is literally an acronym for everything.
Fourth leg is Connor to throw first. Game on.
Go into the marketing sphere. They've got an acronym for acronyms.
What, AFA?
100.
Very good. I didn't see that coming, actually.
30.
I've been hanging around some marketing people this week. They talk in code. It's infuriating. It's like people who work in law enforcement.
180.
Well, code 180 right there. He's done it again, has he not? That's the third max in this game.
95.
He's got 2 of them, has the Irishman. The artist has got 1.
$60.
Do you think Kevin's got a favourite artist?
180.
Oh, he's painted that pretty well.
Well, no, he's a fan of the Kaiser Chiefs.
I meant an artist, as in visual,
45.
not audible. He doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who would like Picasso. He's not really into cubism, in my opinion.
100. Connor, you require 116.
He does show a few emotions. Maybe he likes a bit of expressionism.
$85. Kevin, you require 96.
Well, this lay here a key passage in this contest. If Payton can find this 96, he's back level at 2-2. Henahan has got problems. He was looking at double-double, which
60.
once
Connor, you
upon a
require
time, if you did that
31.
against Kev, you might have got a bit of a square look.
Game shot.
That's a great tidy job there from Connor. That is not a simple check out. You're going all the way to the right-hand side, then over to the left. That was seamless.
Game on.
You got a favourite artist, Henry?
Oasis.
I meant visual. Come on. Bit of culture. Late night darts here at the Modus Live Lounge.
100.
If you were going to hang a painting in this place, who would you want it to have been by? Anybody.
Whoever paints my self-portrait.
45.
So self-involved. Do you know I'd have some photographs by Barbara Clem?
45.
Fabulous photographer. Some of the best photographs ever taken by a European. Some hard-hitting stuff in there.
Care to elaborate?
100.
I'll bring the book in and I'll show you.
Oh
my word. Take a picture of that one. That's the pick of the bunch.
$98.
Well, Henahan on the cusp. 6 and 176 to complete a 4-1 win.
94.
You said it, Henry. You said it was a professional job. It's only missing one more thing. This really has been good from Connor. It's been patient. It's
59.
been measured.
Connor, you require 82.
Does it have the desired effect? That is the question.
It's double top for Henahan.
Shot, and
Double
that
top
got
found for
Henahan.
Henahan to complete the most comprehensive of 4-1 wins. He gets the better of Kevin Payton and now piles the pressure upon Jamie Owens. That was a look of a very relieved man. He's winning matches even if at times he's making it hard work for himself.
54. Charlie Maguire, 164. 44. 32. Charlie required 120.
Well, 120. He's got a fair, at least 2 handfuls of this. Just needs to stay
60.
there. That's a good shot. Halves his score. Leaves himself on a 2-darter.
$26. Charlie
Time on his
required
side
60.
to become back-to-back singles champion.
$40.
Definitely a couple of nerves in those last 2 darts. But he'll be coming back.
It's a moment he's been in before this situation. Standing at the back of the
81.
stage,
Charlie
approaching the
required
Yoki with a
20.
chance to win the title.
He did this to win the first title, if you remember.
11.
I think he's gone.
Georgia
I think
require
he's gone to
118.
bust it, maybe. The first title he won, he wanted 20. He went 6-7-7 to win it. He had a chance to replicate it again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was for a bust, and
39.
on that situation there, George Scaife wasn't even
9.
able to take it out going to the 18s on that switch.
Yeah, I think he just panicked a bit, but he's done well to get that big one.
Sometimes can be the hardest part.
Georgia requires
This is it.
79.
It's got to be 19s. It's got to be 19s for this shot. Big 20 and a double. He's got the first one. He's going to get a match dart here.
$59. Charlie
Threw the entire
require
body into that
8.
one. Just didn't want to let go of the dart.
No score.
He's given George a chance.
Georgia require 20.
I think George has been quite good on double 10 today.
So many opportunities for Charlie Murphy.
Go!
Couldn't get the job
Gets it.
done.
Got out the match! And the Red Dragon
George
Modus
Scaife.
Super Series Influencers Champion, George Scaife!
Next game on the horizon, and it is a meeting between John Henderson and Samuel Spivey. A win here for Seaside, and he will be safely passaged through to Saturday night's finale. John Henderson is safely passaged through to tomorrow night's final here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. But if it does end up being a win for Spivey, it means it goes down to the final couple of games where Jamie Owens takes on Kevin Painter and Connor Henahan will take on Spivey to see whether he can make it through to the finale.
First leg is Sam to throw first. Game on.
Have you been picking up some new words in Gibraltar? Passaged. Finale. Who have you been hanging out with? Luciano Pavarotti's grandson.
60.
I tell you what, there was some guy who thought he was Pavarotti in the karaoke bar the other night.
Probably you, wasn't it? You like a bit of karaoke, don't you?
81.
Oh, honestly, you know I didn't sing, but I tell you what, you know a karaoke's bad when I know that I wouldn't be the worst performer that night. Honestly,
58.
somebody genuinely managed to mess up tequila. And there's only one word to that song.
42.
I'm not saying anything. What we do have here are two players that haven't really messed up this group. Spivey's maybe had his bad day at the office yesterday.
100.
Because tonight he's been a lot tidier. And he might just be the person to stop John from making it 14 points from 16 being possible.
135.
Could have had a perfect group. But Hendo did lose to Spivey in his first game.
59.
Since then, he has not lost.
So what you're saying is Spivey Man is the Highlanders' kryptonite. And by the way, I've got 2
41.
days about saying that.
Sam, you require 144.
No, you've been calling him Samuel for some reason.
$96.
He's definitely gaining a little bit more sharpness. If these guys are both qualifying, that's 2 more
68.
weekly champions into
Sam,
the
you
week
require
7 finals,
48.
making tomorrow night very, very competitive. Double top.
Now double 10.
38.
Not to be.
John, you require 134.
Well, this has got to be 54 first, followed by a couple of tops. Treble 4 is not the right treble.
$86. Sam, you require 10.
So double 5 for Spivey. Good guide.
Game shot in the first
Utilises
leg.
it to the
Sam
hilt. And
Spivey.
Spivey is a leg up.
Second leg, it's John to throw first. Game on. $95.
I'd be interested to speak to a lot of people at the World Darts Championship at Christmas time about some of the players that we've seen here this year. Because some players who've been here this year are
81.
going to go there. Like Charlie Manby, who's qualified for Ali Pali. Well, there you go.
59.
I wonder how long it's going to take for Spivey to get there, because I think he's going to make it.
I think he's a player that's got huge potential. Well, even John Henderson shakes his head as to that particular
80.
bounce out. But I also wonder at the same time whether he's the type of player. And look, he's going to go to Q-Score and he's going to want to win his card next year. And if he does, full credit to him. He's been a pleasure the last year or so as Hendo piles in a max. I just wonder whether another year here and then maybe 2027 we'd see a more complete player and maybe we'd see him maybe
140.
attack the
John,
tour
you
a bit
require
more.
167.
I know where you're coming from. I think he could possibly do with a really good challenge to a campaign.
He's the type of
45.
player I say is knocking on the door. He's had 3 quarterfinals on the Challenge Tour this year. He's ready to take the next step, but I just wonder whether he could do with 1 more year really solidifying himself before he then really kicks on. He's kicking on here, though.
140.
We were saying exactly
John,
the
you
same
require
about Tom Sykes 12 months
122.
ago. We're going to get some information about Tom next week. We're going to get some about John right now.
81.
And by the way, it's
Sam,
not
you
just as
require
simple as being the
60.
best players or one of the best players on this circuit, then translating it into relative tour form. And Spivey looks at tops with 2-0. 14
Game shot in the
data. He
second
is
leg.
class.
Sam Spivey.
He's quality. But can I give you the Wesley Plaisir predicament?
Third leg, it's Sam to throw
Sounds like an
first.
episode of The Big
Game
Bang Theory. But please do.
Last year, he was one of, if not the best player without a tour card.
5.
He was... oh, my, that was a bit of a dodgy turn. He was winning Pro Tours. He got to numerous finals on the Pro Tour. He was scooping Challenge Tour titles. Ironically, this was the only thing he didn't win last year. He was
54.
mopping up on the WDF system. In fact, he played Peter Wright at last year's World Championship, and some people were putting him as favourite to beat Peter Wright. We all thought then he's going to kick on the Pro Tour, and it hasn't happened at all for him this year.
So what was your point about Sam?
The point is, you can be a top operator at this level, but it's not as easy then translating it to the main stage.
That's very, very true. It's like being in the Championship and
58.
then going to the Premier League, but being a player or a team that will contend and be in the top 10. Very difficult.
60.
Especially as you're unseeded when you first go there. Players Championship 1, which I believe is in Hildesheim next year, you're going to be unseeded and you're probably going to run into
57.
Gezi Price or Johnny Clayton or Damon Heta. One of these flawed juggernauts, and that's your first game. Talk about a baptism of fire.
59.
Well, put it this way. On the year-to-date, I'm having a look at players who picked up tour cards at the beginning of the year. Wesley Plaisir, 72nd. Connor Scott, 73rd. Max Hopp, 74th. Tom Bissell, 94th.
It's not easy. Ask John. He's been there.
Well, look at Andy Bolton, who we said for the last few years was the best player of Outcard, or one of the best. He's 86th. Dal Pilgrim, who's done incredible things here, 89th. It's not as easy as just turning that tap on as soon as you get to the next level. It's incredibly
60.
difficult.
Sam, you require 116.
This looks like the kind of finish he could mop up. And he might just do it.
76.
Not quite.
John, you
but there's a
require
lot of pressure on
92.
this 92 for Hendo. Central, double 16. Don't see him down there very often.
John Henderson.
With shots like that, he should be down there a bit more. Is there anything John can't hit in this group?
Fourth leg, it's John to throw first.
Well, that's a break back. The game returns the throw. Just one final one on that point, just to emphasise how difficult the translational levels are. Marvin van Velzen won a series here last year. He's outside the top 100 in terms of money earned on the one-year ranking cycle.
He has had a pretty nasty injury this year, though, hasn't he? I see your point.
100.
And I've used the word an awful lot today, both on and off the air. Ego. There are people who've succeeded here and succeeded at this level outside of the Modus Super Series who think they're ready for tour life. Some of them aren't. The one person who really does impress me,
140.
it is Connor Scott, because he treats it, the tour that is, with the respect it deserves, and he puts the work in. I don't think anybody works harder than Connor.
43.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's practicing right now watching this.
Hi, Connor. Probably end up calling. You probably end up calling me Barbie hands.
Sam, you require 156.
He started it.
Yep, and you've all followed. True, there's a stream of players now who call me Little Hands.
John, you require 148.
Don't look at me. Spivey's looking at 3-1. For what he likes on the outer ring, I'm fascinated to see what he does here.
71.
He should really go 51. I think he's starting to figure this out. Double top with 1.
31.
Even when he's missed tonight, he's been missing by smaller margins.
Well, Spivey had darts of 3-0. Hendo's going to have a dart at the ball for 2-2. He's not going to take.
Sam, you
so
require 40.
For Spivey, tops required for 3-1 and the darts to win it in the next. And it would mean that he would throw for a place through. That's so close it could be awkward.
30.
It was.
I think the right thing to do would have been going left on the oche to try and open that up and bounce it off the side. But he thought he had enough space. John's got plenty on 4s.
Game shot in the fourth leg, John Henderson.
We have a level game. Spivey's had darts of 3-0, 3-1.
Fifth leg, it's Sam
And
to
now-
go first. Game on.
We are at a Desamondo situation because it's 2-2.
60.
I suppose you'd be a little bit too young to remember Desmond's, which was a wonderful
59.
comedy show back in the late 80s, I think it was. It was set in, I think it was in Brixton, with a Caribbean family.
60.
At a hairdresser's, I think, with Desmond, and one of the famous characters was called Pork Pie, because he used to wear a pork pie hat. Very funny show.
121.
I do see that the In-Betweeners is making a comeback.
Well, that's risky.
I mean, how? How?
Is it really that old that you need to remake it?
134.
Just leave it alone.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And with the unfortunate passing recently of the great, and I don't say this often, the great Patricia Routledge. If anybody ever
140.
touches keeping up appearances, they're going to answer to me.
What a show that was.
$140.
I've got a dare for you next week.
100.
Oh, God.
When
Sam
Rollins
Rockwell,
is here next week, you've got to call him
107.
Richard.
I was sure going to say it anyway.
Precisely.
$51.
Oh, what
John,
a
you
chance for
require
Hendo.
81.
He's been in trouble in this game pretty much the entire time. This is his last game in the group. Double 13. And he
Game
hits
shot
the
in fifth
front.
leg, John Henderson.
That is seismic. Sam Spivey
Six
is
leg,
beginning
it's
to let
John
this
to throw
slip here.
first. Game
2-0
on.
up. He had darts of 3-0, 3-1. And now he's 3-2 behind. And Hendo has the darts to win it.
So what you're saying is,
140.
if Hendo wins this game, we're looking at a Spivey Henahan shootout in the last match.
Because if he loses this 4-2, his
58.
legs difference goes down to +3. Having a look at the legs differences in terms of that, it would be the legs one might be the thing that bails Spivey out here.
85.
And of course, Jamie Owens could still beat Kevin Painter.
$100.
I'm with you, Henry. Over the last 5 minutes, I thought it was just a matter of time before Spivey hit the front
100.
and got to 4 legs, but there seems to have been some stalling going on. And Henderson has been the epitome of patient, waiting for his chance.
140.
And now, it looks like Hendo's going to win.
Well, Jamie Owens will be licking his lips over this. Because all of a sudden, it just gets a little bit
45.
tighter. Just when you think one thing becomes apparent. But then you also think that Hendo's going to comfortably cruise to a 4-2 win. He slips up with a 45, and then all of a sudden, Spivey piles in a 171.
171. John, you require 131.
This now, all of a sudden, has to go. Otherwise, we could go all the way.
$91. Sam, you require 32.
He's done all he can. Spivey to take us all the way. Critical double 4.
Game
That
shot in
is
sixth leg,
really good
Sam
under
Spivey.
pressure. He's proven it many, many times before. But that
Second and
required
final leg, it's Sam to
something
throw
akin
first.
to a Manchester City centre-back.
Game on.
Stones.
Well, it wasn't going to be company, was it? But he's hoping to be John Henderson's company tomorrow night in the Saturday night finale. And if he wins this leg on throw, he will. And that's a
100.
big last dart treble.
I think John understood when that double four went in that was a really gutsy double.
93.
John is a real competitor, but a real appreciator of good darts. Is it going to be one of those legs where a ton of visit might be enough?
100.
So far, so good. Switch, really.
140.
Well, when you're John Henderson, just do what you do.
140 leaves Spivey on a finish. A single treble will leave Henderson on a finish. Needs a treble again.
60.
Unable to get. And all of a sudden, Henderson's overturned the throw here.
He's got to move. Don't listen to me, John.
98.
That was a risky second dart. If he misses that 60, he can't leave a finish with dart 3.
Well, this game has had more turns than Spaghetti Junction.
96. John, you're
quite a lot of turns.
170.
Henderson first to a finish on the 170. Oh my. He's unable to get the second treble.
He gave that every chance.
98.
Now, Spivey took out a
Sam,
104 and 160 at key
145.
times against Kev Painter. You get the sense he had to take out the 145. He's not going to. Henderson should get at least a match dart.
58.
Sensible move there from
John, you
Sam.
require 72.
It hasn't paid off, but they're both down to 2 darters. Henderson needs double 12 to give Spivey one heck of a headache. That is
Game
incredible
shot and
from
the
John
match,
Henderson.
John Henderson.
He lost his first game of the group. He would go on to win the next 7 straight. To win the group, Hendo is back in Saturday night amongst friends, and it could be a 3rd weekly title after all, after a layoff from the game. That was very encapsulating. Henderson wins it by 4 legs to 3, and now it's all over to Jamie Owens, who takes on Kevin Painter.
2 more games to go, and we still don't know who's going to join John Henderson yet through to Saturday night's finale, because before the break, Hendo completed a perfect night by getting the better of Sam Spivey by 4 legs to 3. Match 9 is a meeting between Kevin Painter and Jamie Owens. Now, we've got some permutations for you. So, Jamie Owens, even with a 4-0 win, cannot qualify. Loses this game, then he is out, and Spivey and Henahan, well, they're just playing off to see who finishes second. However, if he was to win 4-0, the only way he couldn't qualify would be if Conor Henahan beat Sam Spivey 4-3 in the last game of the session, which effectively means in game number 10...
Jamie to throw first. Game on.
The worst case scenario is Sam Spivey would need 3 legs to qualify through, and if Kevin Painter starts picking up legs in this contest, well, Spivey may only need 1, maybe 2 to send himself through. And of course, if Painter goes on to win the contest, then both Spivey and Heno would be into Saturday night
30.
again. It would mean we'd have 4 former weekly winners in the field.
I don't think we should forget that both of these players
91
tonight have not won a match. So merely getting over the line will feel quite difficult.
125.
One of them's going to, but the repercussions are going to be big. As for Heno and for Spivey, I wouldn't be surprised if they're not even watching this game. Just focusing on their own stuff, because they can't affect this.
140. $77.
Well, this for Jamie Owens now is a call to arms. Needs to find something right at the end of the night.
65.
He's got one half of it.
$59. Jamie, you require 65.
Ended with a 25 in the previous visit. He doesn't start this one with 1. But all is not lost. Lovely single.
25.
He'll be back for tops.
Just got to think about step by step.
60. Jamie, you require
Get the
40.
first one on the board and build a base from there. Because as you say, he hasn't won a game
shot in
yet
the first
tonight.
leg, Jamie Owens.
And as much as on paper this would be the one that he's expected to win, when you've been in a position where everything's gone against you, things
Second
don't
leg
come
is Kevin
easily.
to throw first. Game on.
This may seem like a bit of a strange question.
125.
Obviously, Kevin's not going to Saturday night. This is the last series of 2025. What's next for Kevin Painter
57.
in 2026? Genuinely, because he's 58 years of age now. What's next? What's left to do?
I think it's a question you're going to have to ask Kev. Now, there's one thing for sure. For as long as he can throw a dart, he will throw a dart. And whether that's exhibition, whether it be competition play, he will still try and get that fixed. What it's going to be,
85.
that's purely down to him. As I say, he's very popular on the exhibition circuit, but I think he's one of them people that will forever have the competitive juices flowing. He's going to have to still have something, I feel, to kind of pique his interest.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think it's important to have motivation in life. He still has that in abundance.
35.
But I just wonder if there's something out there that he can still get that he really wants. I don't know what it is. I'm not even going to speculate.
60.
But with seniors out of the picture now, and that is not particularly old news, maybe over the next couple of months,
28.
might be a time for reflection and to maybe figure out some new goals. He might come up with something. over the winter period?
58.
2026 will tell us.
Last night, as I say, there was a lot of competitive play with Kev. I think he'll be disappointed with the outcome this evening. Of that, there's absolutely no doubt. But he is somebody that's going to be hell-bent on trying to get his game back in the right direction.
81.
And just say it'd be interesting to see what the next step of that journey is going to be.
I think over the last couple of months or so, I think his game has definitely taken a jolt in the right direction.
60.
Close call.
Jamie, you require 155.
He will expect to return, but you never know.
Yes.
Double checks that there's 76 remaining.
99. Kevin, you require 28.
And so Painter looking at double 14 to square the scoreline. I thought he was going to work away in there.
That's exactly what he was trying to do.
Jamie,
after a
you
bad
require
first start.
56.
He was trying to gauge the improvement he needed. Could be 2-0 Owens.
Game
That's
shot
a
on the
lovely
second edge,
hit.
Jamie Owens. Third leg is Jamie to throw
You can
first.
sense that Kevin at the
Game
back
on.
of the stage is trying to make peace with this situation because his pride is thumping right now. Anybody who's been in a situation like this
96.
can attest to it. If you've played round robin stuff and you're just having a bad couple of days, or even if you're not and everybody else is just having a better
89.
time of it. What is it to say? You got to learn to lose before you can learn to win? Losing sucks. Let me just put it that way. And
13.
it makes you want to win even more.
And in fairness, his 180 hitting has been quite prevalent tonight. He had a couple in his previous game against Conor Henahan. He had a couple against Samuel Spivey.
96.
And he's got one here against Jamie Owens.
So he's already got more than last night. Means he's got 9 for the group. It's not a bad shout, that. If you're getting more 180s than games you're playing, you're
95.
doing something right. People have upped their game against him tonight. They've seen him as the sacrificial lamb. They're seeing the Painter fixture as 2 points
58.
I must
Kevin,
get.
you require 137.
And in fairness, there's been points where Jamie Owens has had to rely on Kevin Painter missing darts at a double. He's missed 5
42.
so far in this game. He's got control of this leg against the throw. 95 left. What kind of hole can Jamie Owens make of the 238?
85. Kevin, you require 95.
That leaves 86.
Yeah.
So he's got to stick to the textbook here. It's got to be 18s. That's a lovely dart. Double 16.
Game shot on the third
Pick
leg,
that one
Kevin
out.
Painter.
And now this changes everything because now Spivey needs just 2 legs against Henahan,
Fourth leg is Kevin to throw first.
providing Owens
Game
wins
on.
this fixture.
Which is no guarantee.
$50.
I do get the feeling if Kevin is to work on his technique, he just needs to maybe find a bit more of a compact nature with his action. It's
Well,
become a bit
100.
spread out. He's always had this rangy action, hasn't he? This lean into the right hip. This rangy style of
26.
the hand is way out there. But we saw on Dart 3 in a previous visit that he was very animated with that third shot. Didn't used to do that.
140.
That might be born of his weight going a little bit too far forward. Might just need to stand up a little bit more upright.
58.
He doesn't need me to say that. He's so learned. If he doesn't figure that out himself, he'll get someone to figure it out for him.
57.
In some senses, just by winning that one leg, Kevin Painter's done some collateral damage.
68.
It's not his first rodeo in round robin stuff. He was in the Grand Slam at the very start.
60.
Reminds me of one of the best features that may have ever been done by the said broadcast of that tournament at the time. Do you remember when Kev said, "Oh, I'm bored, there's nothing to do in Wolverhampton"?
95. Jamie, you
And so they sent him around Wolverhampton for a day.
That was genuinely brilliant. It's as if Kevin Painter was the first ever reluctant traveller. It was like Carl Pilkington, wasn't he? In an Ipswich Town jacket. That was very funny.
Oh, the halcyon days.
Didn't they take him to a gallery?
Yes.
100. Jamie, you
And they
require
tried to get him on a
86.
hop-on, hop-off bus of Wolverhampton. Or something like that, anyway. This a 3-1, double 16.
Game shot on the fourth
And
leg.
Jamie Owens.
Jamie Owens.
3-1 to the goods, and now has the darts to move himself on to 8 points. And I mean, it'll all come down to the final game
Fifth leg,
between
it's Jamie to throw
Henahan and
first.
Spivey.
Come on. 85. $134.
I can see Kevin doing a lot of charity work as he approaches an age that starts with a 6.
100.
Still can't believe he's 58, you know. It's rather ridiculous. If I didn't know Kevin and I looked at him right now, I'd say he's about 48.
29.
I wouldn't say 58. I know he's from Essex, but there's not one touch of Botox in that guy.
60.
Does do a lot of work. We mentioned it last night, didn't we? For the Alzheimer's Society. Fantastic charity,
58.
fantastic cause.
It's the end of the group. He's 3-1 down. He's likely to lose. Oh,
120.
that's the second time that Jamie Owens has had a shot like that in this group. And without hesitation, George Baker has said, denied,
40.
but it might not make any difference.
136.
Didn't get the chance to ask the question, is it in? Very vampire-esque. One of the archived moments of the Super
46.
Series.
Owens needs to ask the question. Take the 90 out
100.
and then
Jamie, you
wait.
require 90.
For the match. He's going to get to a double 50. He's already taken out this combo
Game shot
so
and the
far
match,
today.
Jamie
Takes it out
Owens.
again. And now he has to sit in the practice room, wait and hope. Jamie Owens only got the one win tonight, but that win at the last against Kevin Painter could be so crucial. But Kev, didn't quite happen for him this evening. Jamie Owens now has to hope that the result between Sam Spivey and Conor Henahan, final group game, goes to plan.
You will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart for the match.
requires 20.
pressure wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit.
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Data tops for the match to win 4-1. And the Data double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Kaplas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Van Skeet's halfway to victory.
He only needs one more. Jimmy Van Ski is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Van Ski do the same? Just needs the one treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He kind of split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.
Game. Shot. And the Modus Super Series 11 champion, Jeff Smith.
To the last then, to the last game, to the last battle, the last duel, the last banquet potentially for one of these two. Sam Spivey and Conor Henahan kicked off the group. They're going to end the group. Sam Spivey needs just a couple of legs in this game to progress his way through to Saturday night's final again. Conor Henahan needs the full complement. He needs 4 legs. He needs 2 points if he's to make it through. And that is because he and Jamie Owens going into this game are exactly identical in terms of points won and legs difference accrued. Spivey, because he's on +4, needs just a couple to guarantee of his place. And the winner of this game will guarantee a second place finish.
28.
You and I both know, Henry, that when you finish second in Group B, you will be in a Group B-less group on a Saturday night, so you can get rid of spots 1 and 3. But this was always going to come down to the last match, this group, because John Henderson has meandered
97
through to Saturday on this occasion. Pretty much the same that Martin Thomas did in Group C. And everybody else has been in that dogfight. But give Jamie Owens a lot of credit. He's got 1 win tonight, and he's still 59. Got a chance.
Did the damage yesterday. And in doing the damage yesterday, Jamie Owens beat both Sam Spivey and Conor Henahan. That head-to-head on Thursday has given him every best possible chance.
I think there's more pressure on Spivey in this game because he doesn't need to win. He just needs 2 legs.
And on top of that, this is the second time he's been in this scenario. He was 2-0 up on John Henderson. Could have gone 3-0 up, could have gone 3-1 up.
85.
Lost the game 4-3.
He would take 4-3 right now. I think they both would.
What was it Martin Tyler
94.
famously
Connor,
said
you require 151.
when Man City played QPR? Not Aguero, but everyone's a winner. And that would be the case in that scenario. Henahan can't find the 151.
91.
Spivey looking at the 114.
Sam,
Took
you
out
require 114.
finishes of 104 and 160 at clutch times against Kev Painter early on tonight. He may need something of similar proportions here. Doesn't go. Henahan looking at 60.
58. Connor, you require 60.
Needs 10s.
40.
But doesn't get it.
Sam,
He's
you
holding
require
his emotions
56.
together very well here, Connor, because he'll be feeling this a little bit. Tops for Sam.
Game
But
shot
he
the first
finds
there.
it.
Sam
One
Spivey.
down, one to go.
And because he's broken in the first leg,
Second
he's
leg is
going to
Sam
get
to
a
throw
couple of
first.
opportunities
Game
on throw to do exactly what he needs to do. And it was around about this time last year, Conor Henahan was involved in a game against Tavis Dudney in a Group C. And it was one of the
140.
most dramatic games you will ever see in a pool stage. Tavis had nothing to play for. Henahan had to win to go through, went all the way to a last leg decider. 11 darts were
58.
missed in that last leg between the pair before Tavis Dudney just about found double two. And I don't think he knew how he found it, and it knocked Conor Henahan out. He'd be hoping that the same fate isn't going to arise
100.
here. Spivey looks like he's getting very close to getting the job that he needs to get done. And at some point, you may think if you're Conor Henahan, you hope that he knows the permutations.
40.
He goes 2-0 up and all of a sudden relaxes. Because that is how fickle a dart player's brain can be at points.
That is, of course, if he knows what's happening here.
140.
Some players play with ignorance. They just want to play each game as it comes. But Spivey is 121 away from another Saturday night.
140. Sam, you require 121.
And he's making qualifying for Saturday as a bit of a specialty.
He's a smart cookie, he'll know. He'll know the
57.
situation. And he's left himself 64 after 12. This is a really good performance so far. I know it's only towards the end of leg 2, but averaging around about 94, leaving himself in range after 4 visits.
57.
And this
Sam, you
to
require
seal his
64.
place.
That'll do. Tops will do as well.
Game shot on
Tops
the
will do
second leg.
nicely,
Sam
and
Spivey.
Seaside Sam is into Saturday night again. The former series runner-up will head back to the showpiece
Third
night.
leg is Connor to throw first.
And if you're
Game
Conor
on.
Henahan, you hope now that he knows exactly the scenario and that the adrenaline begins to course up the body, and it may give you the
96.
opportunity to perhaps step in. But he's going to have to step up the levels. Is the man from County Mayo in the Republic of Ireland.
57.
Talk about a sticky wicket. He's up against someone who's played better tonight than last night.
87.
It seems like an eternity ago that Henahan was winning 4-0 against Spivey on Thursday evening.
64.
Oh, how things can change. First couple of visits of that match, Spivey was struggling to get his darts to sit in the board. And now he's looking to get revenge on Heno
95.
by taking him out.
$100.
He is definitely throwing with more conviction.
$100.
Conor Henahan's playing like a man a little bit more desperate. You can see in terms of the facial expressions, but he's also the type of player that if you put him in these pressurised situations, it's where he tends to flourish. When he played that pairs tournament with John O'Shea, it was these situations where he really came up trumps, and he's decided to not attack this finish, telling Sam Spivey he ain't taking this out.
He's rolled the dice and it's worked this time. You might think that was a gamble, but that was a calculated risk. There's a difference.
Conor, you require 40.
Well, stats will tell you that Sam Spivey is way more likely to not take it out than take it out.
Game shot in the third
And then
leg.
Henahan
Conor
finds a
Henahan.
double 10, and with 3 in hand from his situation, should be more likely to grasp than not. Back to 2-1.
Fourth leg against Sam
Spivey
to
with the
throw
darts to go
first.
2 clear.
$60.
We have just received word from backstage that Jamie Owens
100.
can't watch and has decided to leave the building. That's an interesting call.
Well, do you remember the infamous Johnny Haynes incident where the Wi-Fi cut out on the
100.
train and he didn't find out till he went back to Swindon thinking he was out, that he realised he actually went through?
That's not exactly far from Swindon to Portsmouth. You can get back here in a couple of hours. Wouldn't say the same for
91.
Middlesbrough. But I don't blame Jamie for that. Watching is torture. If you're a player, that is.
Ignorance is bliss sometimes.
100.
And you know what? Maybe the best thing to do is maybe get out the building, get some fresh air, get back to the hotel room, put the phone on Do Not Disturb, and then about a quarter of an hour later find out whether it's good enough or not.
81.
Sometimes it's easier to find out on CFAX the football score than watching the game itself.
You still got CFAX.
CFAX went
97.
extinct in 2012. It was actually, do you know the date it was extinct? December the 21st, 2012. You know the day the world was meant to end?
Gather round, children. It's Henry Deacon's Factoid Corner.
140.
Fun fact for you. The world didn't end that day.
144.
144 for Spivey. Not to be, and Henahan from 2-0 down has got a chance to level up at 2-2. But Spivey's gonna
128.
make him
Conor,
take
you
the
require
89 out.
89.
Well, that's a bit fortunate. Can he take advantage?
64.
He cannot.
Sam, you require 16.
This goes 3-1. He doesn't miss this.
Game shot in the fourth leg.
When he's in
Sam
this kind of mood, you
Spivey.
just expect everything to go. 3 from 4 on the doubles, average of 91.5.
Fifth
It
leg
is
against Conor to
clinical
throw
to the
first. Game
nth
on.
degree from Sam Spivey.
This needs to be
123.
tornado style from here on out for Conor Henahan. I wouldn't be surprised if Jeff Smith is watching this thinking, do you know what? I'm actually kind of glad I went into Group C.
78.
Because this is just as chaotic as the one that I came through.
The only person that's had a fun time of it this week in terms of qualifying through was Martin C. Thomas.
140.
Hendo did all right. He only lost once.
$100.
Well, however the cards are stacked, it's going to be quite the Saturday. I'd say on paper, perhaps the strongest
96.
Saturday lineup we've had this series so far. Defending champion, a player in experience in Martin Thomas, Joe Croft too.
100.
Probably
Conor,
feels like he should have qualified for more.
142.
John Henderson, Sam Spivey, series runner-up, a twice-weekly champion in Hendo, and whoever gets through out of Owens and Henahan has had
42.
previous pedigree here.
We're only going to have 2 players on Saturday night who've played multiple groups. That's unusual. 4 out of the 6 will have played just the
99.
one group.
Conor, you require 100.
And if it's Jamie Owens, it's only going, yeah, it would be exactly that. Oh no, that's the worst possible tie for a bounce out. And that was a proper bounce out. And do you remember the double 2 bounce out that began the downfall?
Yeah,
Perhaps the irony
it was
is that.
just like that. It was just like that.
30.
And Conor Henahan, when you enter the mind of a
Sam,
dart
you require
player, will say that this
124.
1-2-4 goes because it would probably be demonstrative of the week that he's had. Oh my. Oh my goodness, double 11. That was a dart that skimmed the wire to send
Conor,
Jamie
you
Owens
require
through. Conor
70.
Henahan is just about still in.
And he hasn't even left the ball.
28. Last dart doesn't count.
Last start did not count.
Sam, you required 22.
Good call by the ref. One dart needed to put Henahan out.
Game shot and the match. Sam
Conor
Spivey.
Henahan's out, so Jamie Owens is through, courtesy of a 4-1 success for Sam Spivey in the final game of the session. The winner of the international pairs, well, he isn't going to double up here this week. Sam Spivey, John Henderson and Jamie Owens are the 3 players that progress their way through Group B. This is how Sam Spivey won that one, average of 92, 4 from 6 in terms of the doubling. We're going to have some reaction and analysis on the other side of this short break. So this is how Group B looked tonight. It was a very dramatic evening. It went down to the very, very last game to determine the 3 players that made it through. The one player had the easiest passage through was John Henderson. He won all 4 games on Friday night. The Highlanders safely making his way into the finale. And Jamie Owens and Sam Spivey are the 2 players that are going to join him there. Conor Henahan, the player missing out. We can have a look at the table now. Sam Spivey winning that last game by 4 legs to 1, which sent Conor Henahan out. It sent Jamie Owens through. And of course, John Henderson, the winner of the group, having dropped just 1 match throughout the course of his Group B campaign. Well, Sam Spivey won that final game of the session. He joins both myself and the asset in the studio now. Many congratulations, Sam. I can imagine that was a bit of a nerve jangler tonight.
Yeah, it was. I was speaking to the lads in the back room, and I was like, I've won my first 2 games. I don't feel any more confident that I'm getting out of this group. It was so tight, but it's nice to get over the line.
The Hendo game kind of brought you back down to earth a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, it'd have made my life a bit easier if I'd have just won that, but Hendo was class. Can't really grumble with it.
Then we go into the final game against Conor Henahan. In terms of the permutations, how much did you know in terms of needing the 2 legs to go through?
I think I'd just about worked it out, but at the same time, you can't go up there thinking I need the 2 legs. You need to go up and think I need to win the game. It's the easiest way to do it. You don't have to worry about anything else then. So that was just my mindset: just go up and win the game.
Because you actually saying on commentary, it's probably harder for the player that needs legs as opposed to the player that needs to win.
Yeah, the mentality that you're used to as a dart player is trying to win every game, trying to win every leg, in fact. But what we do here is we try and mess with dart players' heads. We give them this beautiful round-robin format, and then when it comes to the end product, when you're playing game 10 of a Friday night, you've got 2 players in the back room like Sam and Connor trying to figure this out.
It's been pretty at both days, really, but I know tonight I felt a bit better with me throw. Yesterday, I just one of those days, and it happens in darts, I guess, but I knew going into today it was still in my hands, and as long as I won the games, I was going to go through.
Does it say a lot about your development as a player, the fact that you feel like you're not playing anywhere near your best, but you're still able to get results, you're still able to qualify for Saturday nights here?
Yeah, I think so. It's one of those, if you're not playing your best but you're still winning games, it's the same in anything. You know that's a good thing. You'd rather be doing that than not playing your best and getting hammered. So you've got to take the positives from anything, really.
How does it make you feel, Sam, knowing that you're the only person who was able to beat John Henderson in this group? Because John came into this having not had a great deal of competitive action recently, and the only person who was able to stop him was you.
Yeah, I mean, that's another positive to take, I suppose. He was playing class the both days, like you say, considering he'd not really played competitively, and he sort of said that to us in the back room. He didn't know how it would go, but he played brilliantly, so it was nice to get a win over him.
You had one of the top 5 running averages for the series in the previous series and didn't make it through to Saturday night. So how nice is it to kind of get over the line again and kind of have another tilt at this?
Yeah, that was nice, because last time I felt like I couldn't miss anything but couldn't win a game. So to come through the group again and get back to a Saturday night is obviously where you want to be.
Sam, we'll have a quick chat with you in a second, but in terms of the rest of the night, Nico, we'll talk about John Henderson. He was just class from first start to last, completed the card.
I've been watching John here since he first came here. I know the stressful couple of weeks that he had when he won a week 12 and he was straight into Champions Week after that. I've never seen him look so tired in all my life, but I've never seen him look as relaxed as this week. I don't know whether it's something to do with the fact that he's coming back into competitive action and he's fresh, or whether he was just playing a 2-day group as opposed to a full week. But he looked really at ease. Whether he's got some sort of mental clarity after a bit of a break, it's great, but he looked really good. Towards the end, after he lost to Sam, he looked really good towards the end of the first day, but tonight, he looked sharper still.
And just a quick word on Jamie Owens.
I think it's fair to say that he's gotten away with it a little bit. He's only won 1 game tonight against Kevin Painter. He left it very late, but when he needed to find a win, he got it, and he asked the question, and he's there. And now he's there in front of the audience. He's a bit of a different beast.
Final word, Sangosi. What's the plan then tomorrow? What's the plan attack ahead of the finals?
Just go and enjoy it. As always, you know, I want to go and win another week here. Obviously, that's always the aim. You don't go into anything without wanting to win it, but just go and enjoy it. I love a Saturday here, so it's nice to be back.
Well, this is how the groups look for tomorrow night. This is the first look at anybody's had of this yet, and just the defending champion in your group.
Yeah, he played all right this week, didn't he? Played all right all the time. Yeah, it's on the night, and it turns into a bit of a knockout style, even though it's still a group. So it's on the night. We'll see how it goes, and we hope they fly well.
I don't think that's worked out very well for Joe Croft whatsoever. I mean, Joe hasn't won a week here yet, but he's up against someone who's sitting right next to us, and someone who's won the whole shebang. That is not good news for Joe. He's going to have to turn up.
And Henderson, Thomas and Owens in the other group. The action, of course, gets underway from 7:30 tomorrow night. We're going to see you there, Sam. Thank you so much for popping up. Many congratulations on making it through. Right, we've got the double tomorrow, so we better get up bright and breezy. Plenty coming up across Pluto TV. It's a bumper couple of days. Coming up after this, we've got Paul Hinks's iconic moments, including the 1-2-7 and game, no doubt. The break of throw features Steve Beaton and Mervyn King. That's tomorrow morning. And then, of course, a double bumper session of darts. It will culminate with the finals night tomorrow from 7:30 in the evening. And Boris Kirchmar's going to be back for week 8 on Monday morning. But it's a double helping for us here from the live lounge tomorrow, because the second edition of the ADC Tour Championship Finals is going to take place. In fact, it's a fresh 8 from the players that played in last year's tournament. Jack Tweddle is the #1 seed for it, and the action gets underway from 12:30 in the afternoon. You can watch every single dart live here on Pluto TV. Myself and the Asset will be back to that to see who's going to lift the title that last year was won by the X Factor Andy Bolton, which is perhaps appropriate as we head to Saturday night here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. We're going to have a big Hendo Weekendo. We're going to have the Seaside Spirit of Sam, and we've got Jamie Owens, who just about snuck through. From all of us here, we'll see you tomorrow afternoon for the Tour Finals. Take care. Bye-bye for now.
The new Modus Super Series champion. Yes! What a finish! The silencer, Jeff Smith! And it is... That shot wins week 6!
Maximum checkout.
He's done it!
You will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart for the match.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit.
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And he Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go over the tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Kaplas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away
Jeff requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short form at darts. Vansky's halfway to victory.
He only needs one more. Jimmy Vansky is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.